as we had last left it off, the party had won the championship of the arena. You were then, before you could properly celebrate, you were called into the chambers of Wally Graffoon, Minister of Entertainment. There he presented you your 25,000 gold reward prize, and then he grilled you on some questions, just trying to get a sense of where you guys are at, and where you get from that encounter, you guys got the feeling that Wally is the kind of person that will side with wherever he feels the tide is turning. Is a man very much accustomed to his life of luxury and opulence. But with that, you have a weekend, all expense paid vacation to his casino. And that was where we had left it off. So, you guys are now in downtime. What do you like to do? So, well, we did find out about Korgrins. Who did some scrying on his home, and he found out about that. Yes. Other than that, days are yours. What would you like to do?
I should probably pick some spells first.
So,
did I level? I think I did.
I would assume.
I did. I remember now.
Oh, I'm at -1 spell slots. Fantastic.
Hey.
Misclick. For sleeping, you lose spell slots. Good day.
How dare you sleep?
Scrying, raise dead.
I might have had an inkling that you would be reading the book, Rennas. But I'm glad you confirmed that for me.
Be careful.
Yeah, if you didn't say now, we wouldn't have known. You hadn't said previously. You'd never mentioned it before now. So.
Wait, Rennas is reading his book?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Where's that coming?
Wait,
Rennas can read?
Fuck you all!
What fucking spells do I automatically have prepared of a day anyway?
So, has everybody done their leveling up, by the way?
I think so.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
I haven't. I was going to take the tough feat, and I haven't added that to my.
How many feats do you have now? 3 now? 3?
3? Yeah.
Bloody humans.
3 feats.
Wow. How'd you walk
Left
with
feet,
the
one right.
I'm doing another one next level, but I probably won't take it.
Your hit point maximum increases by an amount equal to twice your level.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
pretty good.
I mean, if we're doing
Pretty good.
nothing important today, I might want to turn into an alligator. I don't know. How does polymorph work?
I might want
So-
to be an alligator.
So, Verity, spending a little bit of time in the evening, you do realise that your magic, it's gotten better. Testing the limits of it, you innately cast a new weaver of incantations that come to your mind, and you instantly turn into a scaly, long-snouted crocodile or alligator. At that point, you hear a knock on the door. You hear room service. A maid walks in, and just goes, "Ah!" He runs away.
I'm just doing that thing alligators do.
Well, they just
I
stare
don't know what
at
they do.
them. They just stare, I think.
Just the fucking guttural growl thing.
Unless it's a baby
I
one,
tried
and
my
then it sounds like a
best. I
laser.
tried a bathtub to make myself look like a login.
How many can I have?
Really, bed.
Level
Go on.
plus 3, 7, 12. I mean, if no one else is gonna say it,
Like the bigger one though, because that.
while we wait for Meg.
I was going to say the bigger roll because obviously it's just.
1, 2, 3, 4,
A man appeared.
She needed a bigger role for something.
5.
I think she did a spell. by the looks of it. Make yourself laugh by doing that. Wow.
Impressive, really.
That was pretty good.
I just have a really, really easy sense of humor.
Oh,
No, fuck!
Oh god.
Oh god, there goes another one. All right, so what does the party like to do?
Is Talion in his room?
Talion is, yeah, he's in his room, yeah.
And his room is separate to our. Like, are we still working under the same pretense of before? With
No, you guys have your VIP rooms. He has a room in the hotel, but it's not in the VIP section.
oh yeah, of course. Because he's not a VIP.
Yeah, he didn't win.
why don't you call him to ours?
Who? Me or?
No,
There's the
Talion.
messenger alligator!
We don't want to get blood on the nice carpet. I'm kidding.
I could probably take this back to the old room.
Bloody hell! I'll go get him then. If that's what we've got planned, then so be it.
We need to
So,
Rap,
Korgrin, you
rap.
it's open. Come in.
Do you mind coming with? There's something we need to discuss. You can come upstairs, I think. You've got the okay because I'm leading you.
Sure, that sounds serious.
Come on, let's go.
All right.
Rise and shine.
Talion leaves his bow behind and follows you. He doesn't need to be armed, as far as he's concerned.
Understandable.
So he'll follow you up to the room that your guys are using at the moment. So I'm just gonna go to this old merry room here.
Ha! All the memories.
Bye bye, Loic.
Oh.
Oh, delete.
Delete.
Consider yourself,
So,
Tam.
So Talion walks into the room with the rest of you there and says, "Okay, something happened."
Why
No,
don't you take a? Why don't you take a seat, friend?
Oh, okay. He comes and takes a seat.
I've got a question for you before we proceed. Do you trust me?
Okay. Implicitly.
Fantastic. Then I hope you don't mind, but if you trust me, then you'll cooperate with this. And I'd like to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
He can willingly save, or he can he can choose to resist.
I am just reading.
Do you know if he makes the save or not?
I do.
Okay.
Mhm. We get to know.
There you go.
Well, it looks like he has to make the charisma saving throw regardless. So,
Uh,
I feel like you can choose to fail it.
well, he doesn't know what you're doing.
An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions in which it normally would. By such creatures can be disadvantaged, but it's true. Blah blah blah.
yeah.
Just tell
So
him.
he can choose to fail. That's why I asked him if he trusted me.
If that's the case, he will not resist. So, a small yellow translucent bubble emanates from Korgrin and covers almost like a thin layer of sheet of light.
Who
around
else
the
is in
table.
it?
Oh no.
Who else
Shoot.
is in the area?
Rennas is very far away from it.
Oh, you've come for questions, I see.
Indeed. Well, more
And you
answers, I think.
and you didn't trust my answers, so
It's more,
I
we have
mean-
more questions now.
all right. Well,
I suppose we may as well start this off at the top. Can you tell us what you were meeting with Oathsworn Bellius with last night?
I knew this was coming. I knew that someone had overheard me. I was meeting with Oathsworn Bellius because he asked me to meet with him.
And is that because you work for the king?
I don't work for the king. I work for myself.
Do you work to further the king's agenda?
Or does your work further the king's agenda?
Sometimes my work coincides with the king's agenda, but my work is my own.
Were you ever intending on telling us about this arrangement?
No, because you've shown a great distrust of the king as of late, and I didn't want to send red flags or alarm bells your way.
So does the king work with Edgar, or does he not work with Edgar?
As far as the king is aware, he works with Edgar.
As far as the king's aware? Care to elaborate?
Yes. Edgar has turned against the king, and the king either is not aware of it or chooses not to be aware of it. But Edgar is not in open rebellion against the king yet, and therefore remains a facade that he works with him and will probably continue to work with the king, whilst Edgar has benefits to do so.
So it's an ends justify the means, or at least a convenient relationship for now.
As far as I'm aware.
You work with Edgar?
I don't want to answer that.
Is that because your answer might put us at odds?
Because I don't think you'd understand.
Are you a double agent, triple agent, quadruple agent?
I am a
I don't
spy.
think.
A spy for Edgar?
Yes.
Is he the reason you're with us?
Yes.
He's the one that tasked you to keep us alive.
No. I tasked me to keep you alive.
So you're not here to protect the blood?
Why are you keeping us alive?
Duty.
To who?
To me.
You didn't know us before a week. Why?
I've known of you for a while.
What the fuck you lying?
What interest are we to you?
You hold my salvation.
What salvation is that?
From myself. From my failures.
Did you intentionally kill Alkaya?
I don't want to answer that.
Did you know that Edgar was going to attack Philly Durzan?
I didn't give the order.
You
But
know
you knew.
that we are going to resurrect Malkaya. Are you intending to stop us?
I am not intending to stop you.
Are you intending to kill him after we resurrect him?
No.
Are you planning to get someone else to kill him after we resurrect him? Basically, are you
No.
planning his death?
No.
You kill him.
What are you?
I'm human.
Apart from human, what are you?
Can you rephrase the question?
How's this? How come you can die several times over and come back?
I will answer that question, but I don't want to because I don't think you'd understand the answer.
You calling me dumb? That's mean.
Try us.
We know more than you think.
At this point, Verity looks up at her like a crocodile, like,
I'm like, see? She can turn into a crocodile now. We know more than you think.
I don't actually die.
really good at playing death?
What stops you from dying?
Nothing. I don't actually die because I'm I have a mission to complete, and until that is done, there are forces outside of my control that sometimes take my consciousness away from the present being.
Are you like Tobias? Was that his name?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that is.
Was he not with us?
No.
He wasn't with us. Ah, shit.
Are you a revenant?
I am not a revenant.
My mum left a bunch of books on the trail that we were following, and one of them said that you guys found a crystal and that you stared into it for a long time. What do you know about those crystals?
Their connections to Argoneth.
Do you
Amplifiers
know...
of his will.
Okay. Why were you staring into one for hours?
Because I fell under Argoneth's will.
Are you still under it?
Will?
My will is my own.
Are you Argoneth?
I am not Argoneth.
Is it
Are you a...
swayed by Argoneth? It may be your own, but are you being persuaded?
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
So are you being sort of... It may be your own, but is there a persuasion from Argoneth?
Does he seep in every now and then and take back control for a little bit?
Argoneth does not control my body or my actions.
Did
Who
you
does?
kill the carrier? Ladies first.
So I just said who does.
I do.
the times when you leave, who controls your will and your actions? You just said yourself that there are times when you're taken over.
My body remains on the material realm. My consciousness is taken to another plane of existence. As such, it may appear like I'm dead, but I am not. This is involuntary.
Are you a lying sack of shit?
I lie, yes.
He's not denying the
I'm
sack
not-
of shit.
I am not a sack of shit.
Ah.
I mean, technically.
Do
Were
you-
Do you, Elle? Oh,
Do you hate the fact that we know so much now?
No. I mean, I am happy that you know so much.
This isn't putting us in danger then, knowing this much. You're not going to tell Edgar that we know?
You can't be in any more danger than you are already in. So,
Yeah, from you.
I mean, why not just tell us from the beginning?
because he's a spy. What are you supposed to do? He's supposed to infiltrate us.
no,
What exactly is it you do for Edgar? What
I don't do anything for Edgar.
Did you not say that you're a spy for him? What information are you passing back?
I said
to
I was a
him?
spy.
Yeah. What information are you passing back to him?
I'm not passing any information to Edgar.
Are you passing it to the king?
I don't want to answer that.
Are you a lying sack of shit?
I've already answered that question.
You're still a lying sack of shit.
I can't physically lie at the moment, so
No answer is an answer.
Were you the one that killed the carriage drivers?
I don't want to answer that.
So yes.
Are you the one that killed Frostbeard?
We've
The one at the
established that.
gates?
We knew that.
He did.
Oh, sorry. I just didn't realise that we definitely established it was 100% him. Apologies.
Yeah, we knew that.
I redact that question.
Okay.
I'd have kept the question there when you'd asked it. Maybe it was like maybe someone was controlling his mind at the time. I yell out from my room reading my book.
Was it really my mother who caused those scars?
No.
Who did it?
Hmm.
And why did you tell me it was her?
I don't want to answer that, and I was drunk and angry.
Can I eat his foot?
Oh boy, you've not seen anger.
Were you lying to me when you said you saw my mother in the caves? Good to know.
I'm thinking.
Think faster.
You have to try and remember which lies you actually told and which ones you didn't let slip yet. I see.
Your mother had a connection to those caves. I knew she had a connection to those caves, and I used that to approach you in the attempt to be friendly and not be shot on sight.
Give us a reason to not kill you directly after this.
I am your ally.
Are you?
Try again.
Yes. I am your ally.
In what goals are we currently aligned?
Your own goals.
I'm not even sure if we know what they are right now.
Well, right now we don't want Edgar to get our blood, and we want to see the king.
Edgar does not want to get your blood at this time.
I was waiting for the ritual to be ready. Obviously, there are other things to be put in place.
Oh, of course. We're on the 6 o'clock buffet rather than the 3 o'clock. How foolish of me. If you're working for the king, why could it not simply be
I'm not
arranged?
working for the king.
Can you tell us plainly exactly who you're working for and why, because you've...
I am working for myself because I want to, because I can.
That's...
Okay. What is your connection to the Crown and also to the Oathsworn? Because there's clearly some link there.
I performed a service for the king in the past, and the Oathsworn know me because of that service to the king.
What was that service?
I handed over criminals to the king.
Did you hand over Bella's mother to the king?
No.
Did you hand over Rennas' father to the king?
No.
He killed my father in the cave.
Do you know what really happened to my mother?
I know how we got separated, but I don't know what happened to her now. I haven't checked in on her for many years.
Do you have a way to check in on her?
Yes.
What is this means of checking in on her?
I go to where she is and I ask.
Where is she?
I don't want to answer that.
Is she alive or is she dead?
She's alive.
Why don't you want to answer that?
Because I don't want to.
I thought we were allies.
We are.
Why would you keep me from my mother? What is the reason you don't want me to see her?
I don't want you to see her because I don't think it's time for you to see her.
When you said that she has changed, can you tell me in what way?
She may not recognize you.
How so?
Her mind might not all be there.
Okay.
How did you know about the attack on Philly Durzan?
Because you told me.
Prior to that, you said that you didn't give the order. You were aware of the attack.
I'm aware that Sir Garrick du Blanc was talking about attacking Philly Durzan.
Did you know at the time what the goal of the attack was?
Show of force, I think.
Do you know where my father is?
Vorrid.
Are you aware of what happens in Vorod?
Not intimately.
Do they summon demons in Vorod by
Yes.
sacrificing? Oh,
Yes.
Oh, fuck, he was quick off the mark with that one. Didn't have to think about that, really. Have you been part of the rituals of summoning demons?
No, I've never summoned a demon.
Okay.
were you honest when you told us that you killed Rennas' father?
No.
Did you kill Rennas' father?
Sorry, did you say, were you honest when you said you did kill
Yeah.
Rennas' father? And he said no.
And then I'm just reaffirming that.
No, I did not kill. I did not kill him.
Do you know who did kill him?
I saw who did it.
Who killed Rennas' father?
An oath sworn.
Do you know which oath sworn?
Oath sworn George.
Was he one of the people that travelled with you and my mother?
Wait, George was in the group, wasn't he?
Yes.
That's why I'm asking.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'll step out.
No, it's cool, it's cool.
The group was betrayed, if that's what you're thinking.
By George.
By multiple people.
You.
We betrayed each other.
It's not making us want to trust you, bud. As if we still do.
I have known that you have not trusted me since the day I showed up.
Unfortunately, I did for a while.
And then how did I lose it?
Many.
By Ian being a sack of shit.
I don't know where your anger is coming from, Otti. I've never done anything to you.
No, you just lied to us. Nah, no big deal.
There's a difference between lying and just withholding the truth.
You did lie
You
to
made
us, though.
my mother seem like a monster for no reason.
I was angry.
Yeah, I'm angry now. You're still a sack of shit, mate. Still a
Like
sack
I
of shit.
said, you've not seen anger.
Oh. If you think your little temper tantrums are anger, then I have stories for you.
Did Bella's mother break your heart?
I think so.
Do you even know what emotions are?
Yes.
Do you understand how you hiding things from us has led us to not trust you, and how we got to this position?
She doesn't.
Yes. So, going forward, what happens?
What do you think is going to happen?
You'll either let me help you, or you'll tell me to go away, in which case I'll just help you from the shadows. Regardless, I'm going to help you.
Why would you help us? You spent time with my mum and her party and you betrayed them. What makes us think that you're not going to betray us? Why would we trust you? We already know that you've lied so much to us about things that are important to us.
Because it's what I have to do.
Why? Why do you have to do it?
For my salvation.
What is your salvation?
When I am truly free and no longer bound by the machinations of others.
What is the end game? How do you become free? What is it you have to do?
I have to make you strong. Strong enough to break the chains.
Whose chains?
Does Edgar need this strong?
Edgar does not need you that strong.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was muted. You can't hear me, I'm a crocodile!
Alright, well then, I'll redact that.
Could literally become a human anytime.
I'm looking at his foot and it looks delicious.
Going back to what Lesley said, mind, what chains? Like, whose chains?
The change in our minds, in our fates, in our destinies.
Rhythm.
Do you ever get the feeling that all of your actions are predetermined? From the moment you step foot into the wide open world, do you ever get the feeling that somebody else has been directing everything you do, everything you experience?
Are we breaking the fourth wall?
No, I hardly ever know what I'm doing, so I doubt anyone's controlling this. I got stuck up in a ball of yarn the other day. Who would make me do that? That's stupid.
Bellatrix, you yourself have said that you're sick and tired of all the fighting. Why do you think you have had to fight so long?
Because they were monsters. We had places to go.
Do you not feel as if someone else has been affecting all of this?
I mean, yes, but it's called a DM.
The person you've been trying to influence the most is Talion.
Because I want to break the chains of destiny.
Do you think that we want to keep the chains of destiny? Surely the best way to get our help and to work with us is by being honest with us from the start. Once I find out you've lied to me, which I have found out multiple times tonight that you've lied to us, I cannot trust a single word you say. I cannot work with you. I cannot fight with you. I cannot follow you. I cannot have you anywhere near me. I cannot rely on you. Once you start lying to us, this is what happens.
Well then, let me put it in this way. At any point, your minds can be altered. Your memories change.
By whom or by what?
By an ally of mine. But so far I have not done that. I know I've made my mistakes. I know I have lied, but I have not tried to change that.
If you
knew
were
this was
to
a doomed-
change our mind, what would you change it to?
The fact that I am here to help. Regardless of whether or not you damn well like me, and I don't give a damn if you do. I am here to help.
I flip him off and I just walk off because he's a fucking knob.
You do realise you just gave a subtle threat and then said you're here to help. You literally threatened that you could change our minds at any time and then said you're here to help. Do you understand why we don't think that you're here to help?
As a means of showing you that I have options that I've never even considered utilizing. If you think I'm some
Clearly it's in the
helpless
back of your
nobody,
mind for it to come out so quickly. I thought you were a friend.
I am.
Doesn't feel like it.
How long have you known Edgar?
Always.
What was he before he was a knight?
There was nobody.
What did he do? What was his occupation? How did he get to where he is?
He killed the right people.
And how did he kill the right people?
By shoving his sword into their throats.
Who did he kill?
A lot of people.
What important people did Edgar murder?
Everyone's important to someone.
Did he kill any of the potential heirs to the throne?
No, but he did influence it.
Right.
Did he kill our grandparents?
No.
What's his hobby?
Nice.
Knitting.
I don't want to answer that.
Is it that bad?
Does he whittle dildos out of wood? I bet he does.
Totally.
Obviously.
He loves
Bloody
those
hell.
splinters. Oh, I had a question before you mentioned fucking dildos. Jesus Christ.
And now Meg's filthy mind can't think of anything else.
Oh,
Has Edgar ever been known by a different name?
that's what it was.
I don't want to answer that.
Okay, so that makes sense as to how you've always known Edgar, because he wasn't always Edgar. Okay.
Are we aware of Edgar's other name, and we just haven't connected it?
I think you are.
Is Edgar one of our ancestors?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Do you know what makes
And at this
it a lot simpler
point,
if you said his name?
the spell will end. Well,
We getting too close.
oh no, it's been way over.
Yeah,
10
it's been
minutes
way
at
over
this
10
point.
minutes.
No, that's fair.
Well, there we go.
Would you like another round, gang? Or are we satisfied with what we've learned?
I don't think we're going to learn much more. Even under Zone of Truth, he's an elusive little bastard.
Yes.
Well,
I think I need a drink.
You just hear crashing from the bar as Verity the Gator is trying to make herself a brew bath.
So I'm gonna go over and attempt to make myself a drink from what is left, not broken.
2 more questions, and I'm only going to be asking them in the hopes that you'll be answering honestly.
Well, there's no point
Why-
in me lying. There's no point in me lying at this point. So
One would hope. Why did Zara, the spirit from the tree of life, not trust you?
I'll be honest. I think she was afraid.
Why?
And
Why would you be afraid?
I don't know. Probably for the same reasons you don't. Well, I'm not saying you are afraid of me, but you have a fear of me. Now,
last one from me. What did you talk to the Tree of Life about in the ice caves?
the past.
Care to elaborate at all?
Do you want me to write my life story down for you on a book?
That'd be great. Thank you.
All right. Chapter 1, I was born. Chapter 2, I learned how to shit. Do you want me to keep on going?
Yes, please.
Most
Chapter
people learn to
3.
shit. Well, some people learn to shit before they're born. No, they literally do.
It's learning where to shit that's the tricky part.
Yeah,
Look.
some people are just a sack of shit from the beginning.
Well, you have 3 options here. The first option is you let me help. I'll stay on the sidelines. I won't say a damn thing to you. I will just be there as an extra bow to shoot at your enemies. And that's it. 2, you tell me to go. In which case I'll just keep my eye on you from somewhere you can't see me. And then when I'm needed, I'll just shoot my bow. Or 3, you try to kill me in this room, right now.
Well, that'd be pointless.
In which case, you'll be just like your ancestors. Using murder and revenge and killing as your only resort when things don't go your way.
You've already proven that there's no point killing you.
Hold on, mate. Okay, here's the thing. Out of date of fun. Hold on. I think asking for a little bit of distance from a guy who's done nothing but lie and be a complete dick to us is nothing wrong with asking for a bit of space from said guy. But you insistent on stalking us. Just piss off.
Ronald Weasley!
Ronald Weasley!
Thank you.
I'm sorry, guys. He just makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Get mad all you want. It doesn't care. I don't care.
It doesn't care.
Okay, I'm gonna jump down from my chair because he's really annoyed me. I'm gonna say, do me a favour and piss off for 24 hours. Give us 24 hours to rip the shit out of you behind your back and decide what the hell we're going to do with you, because I don't want you anywhere near me.
All right. I'd like to show you something before I go.
I want to see it.
As thick as it is long.
Oh.
Talion stands up, adjusts his fingerless gloves a little bit, and then he pulls down his scarf and his hood down.
Hood as well.
You see a middle-aged man with a bit of a pointed chin and a very stoic kind of mouth. He has got short blonde hair, a little bit curled around. And he has got green eyes. He has also got the incredibly disfiguring burn of failure across his face, from here to here. And his face is contorted with anger. And you can almost see tears welling up in his eyes. I hope you lot are fucking happy. And he leaves.
Ah, Felicia!
Question for Jack, the DM.
Yeah?
What color eyes does Edgar have?
Blue.
Okay. But he's also blonde, isn't he?
Yes, he is also blonde.
Okay. Welp. Now we know. What do we do with what we know? Doesn't really change anything.
No matter how angry each of us get and how angry he gets, he's never going to leave us alone.
He
There
isn't.
must be somewhere we can lock him for eternity.
He'd get out. You know he would. He has ways and unicorns.
True.
Can we not become Edgar and start locking people up? Like, don't get me wrong, he's treated us like shit. He's been an absolute arsehole, and
He's also friends with a unicorn. That is.
I was going to
something
say
to
that
consider
means.
here.
Yeah, it's
That
something.
means something big in this world.
yeah,
You've got to be
I've
good
heard
to
something
be
before.
aligned with a unicorn.
it's just
But a unicorn's impossible to deceive.
Not not that one. She was a bit thick. She didn't realize that Rennas was dead. She thought he was just sleeping.
So there you go. Maybe that's, maybe he's been full of shit to her the whole time as well, and somehow is aligned to this unicorn because she thinks he's a good
unicorns. Unicorns can innately tell when somebody is lying.
I was going to say.
Well, that's even more weird that one's friends with fucking Talion then.
It doesn't really matter what you say to them if they can sense. They're divine beings. They can. Good intent smells like a dew on a morning grass to them.
Like a freshly baked cupcake.
I smell like sugar to Steve. I smell like burnt sugar.
It's not about what you say, it's about what you do, and it's your actions, and it's your soul. It's the very purity of your soul, or at least the intent of your soul. It's deeper than just deceiving someone into believing you're good. It's generally you are good.
Or they just see the good in you.
So I don't know if you saw it, Jack, but I'm asking Bella for all of Melody's journals. I have 2. I have 3 and 4. I don't know if I need more.
Yeah, I can share them into your journal. That's no problem.
Yes. Thank you.
I have to find that because I've got over 100 handouts now. Only half of them you guys have found.
It's cold.
That's because we suck at rolling investigation checks.
Alright. So this is the first chapter. It's just called Discarded Journal. And then chapter 2.
Because I feel like did we ever figure out who R was?
Rennas, we assume.
Yeah, you thought it was me.
Oh yeah.
I was busy reading my book at this point, but yeah.
Like TR, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no one cared now that you know it's Rennas.
Yeah, it was like, who's this? Oh, it's Rennas.
Oh God, man, here we go.
And then you got part 3. You got part 4. You missed both parts 5 and 6.
Good damn it.
We do have to go back to those caves at some point, which I'm guessing at least one of them is going to be in
part 5,
there.
I mean, spoiler, part 5 is in Mel Tokyo.
I was going to say, I know one's in Mel Tokyo because I feel like that was Otti's backstory, and we've always found one at one of our backstories.
There was also a part of it that said they were going to Mel Tokyo, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So it makes sense.
We had this awkward fucking tribute chest that needed to be protected the whole way. That was stolen the second we got to the city anyway. We should have just fucked it off from the start. But then we wouldn't have the city.
You also had a couple of drivers that were like terrified of you, so they would have basically done anything you told them to do.
I know, but I wanted to get rid of these bloody tributes. It was a weight on our shoulders.
I mean,
now I just want to be aware. The reason why Talion took a long time to answer the difficult questions because I, as DM, had to think about the answers. Because
I did realise that. It must be really hard for you.
I know you guys are going to be referencing this video later on, so I've tried my very, very best to keep to the confines of the rules of the spell as to what Talion also knows as to what I know.
Yeah, because what he knows as the truth may not necessarily be the truth. He can still be lied to and believe it's true, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like his truth might not be the truth.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Or the truth might not be his truth.
Do we want to do some good? Bring Malkaya back?
Yes.
Make some...
Sounds like a plan to me.
Hey, is it the morning now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we've all slept. Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to cast that spell if it wasn't the morning.
Okay.
So, with a lot to think about, the party leaves the casino and you start making your way towards the gate of Jareth Dukai.
Can I pick up some warm clothes first?
Of course you can.
Oh, can I take a quick look for spells? Just...
What spells do you want to look for?
Huh?
Sorry, what spells do you want to look for?
Any ritual spells that they might have around. Like, I sent you the list of whichever one you felt was
Yeah,
for this
yes.
or whatever.
So, in the menagerie at the moment, they have got. Sorry, I do actually have a list here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so they have got Magic Mouth, locate animals and plants. They have Alarm, and they have Tensor's Floating Discs. Those are the scrolls that are currently available for purchase in the menagerie.
I'll buy them all. How much are they?
Do you want a lump sum?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Bulk discount. Yeah.
Just to save time, it'll be a lump sum of 7,500 gold.
7,500.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm sure that's not the real number, but I can't be bothered to look at the specifics of every single scroll set.
Also assuming that I'm going to be throwing stuff like Champions of the Arena, the King's Heroes in there.
Yeah, so as you walk around the streets, a lot of people recognize you, and a lot of people give you a good wide berth out of respect. Like, shit, these guys are big, and they could wipe the floor of us. Let's give them some space and give them some admiration, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even the Jurassians are like, before they're all hoity-hoity with you. Now they're like, ooh, well, we better behave around these guys.
I'm still like 5,000 short of all of them. Damn.
All right, so you make your way to the gates. When you get to the gates, yeah.
I was just going to ask, do the clothes cost me anything?
Proper winter
I should
clothes.
probably also get warm clothes.
Yeah, proper winter clothes will cost each party member 5 silver pieces. So.
Oh, they're not for me. My armor keeps me warm.
Mine are definitely for me.
5 silver, did you say, Jack?
That's right, yeah.
Thank you. What do we want to say to the guards when we bring back another man, or are we going to try and swindle him in under all our dresses and something like that? I don't know.
So, which ones did you say were available? Just so I can write down.
Oh, hold on. Okay, so there is Speak with Animals, locate animals or plants, Alarm, Animal Friendship.
Hold on, animals. Okay.
And Tensor's Floating Disc.
Speak with animals, locate animals and plants. Tensor's disc.
Or friendship as well.
And animal friendship.
And Alarm.
Incorrectly, and Tensor's dick.
Tensor's Floating Dick.
My God, what is it? I don't know, but I can float.
Didn't
Pretty
you say
tense
magic
as
mouth
well.
as well? Magic mouth?
Yes, Magic Mouth as well, and Alarm.
And Alarm.
Magic Mouth and a floating dick. That's just being greedy.
No, the magic mouth one is pretty neat looking, but okay. I'll decide which ones I want whilst we look for what's his face. I don't know. I'll be back.
So, you make your way to the gates, and the gate guards are there, and they put their hands up and says, "Halt! Oh, you're the champions.
We're amazing, we know.
Hi. Where are you going?
For a
Side?
Well, of course, but there's no rules saying you have to stay, but it's pretty dangerous out there. Are you sure?
Did you or
I
did you not?
on our way in.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. Open the gates. Open the gates. The champions want to go for a walk. What? The champions want to go for a walk. All right. And with that, you hear that, as all the gears and the barricades are removed and the gate opens up, and you are a minor breeze of snow comes sort of falling inwards. Now there is a magical barrier around the entirety of Jarrah which keeps out the worst of the storm. But you can see like directly maybe about 30, 35 feet ahead of you. That's where the extent of that barrier ends. And beyond that is just a constant whirling snowstorm.
Right. Well, do we remember exactly? Assuming we're outside when I ask this question.
Am I with you guys? Did I come with you?
I think
probably would have because of
It's up
locate
to
object.
you.
Because that's the reason you left the rat thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have come with you just in case we can't find it.
Now, do we want to try our luck in trying to find the thing we left with him, or do we want to use more magic to just blip, blip, blip? There it is.
Can I try Keen Mind?
We'll try and find it from you remembering. That sounds good. And then we'll use locate object worst case scenario.
Yeah, I'll say when we get close, and if we can't see him,
Keen Mind would help, but it wouldn't do it all.
No, I know it wouldn't do it all. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll know when we get close.
Yeah.
But at that point, especially with a storm, we'll probably need locate object, because I imagine under this he's probably buried.
Oh, I did also. Sure.
Alright.
Penis.
Mature as ever, Zach. Mature as ever.
Have a snack and then.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did note down as well that it was 1 hour outside of Jarrah, whether that helps at all with the keen mind.
It does help a little. Alright, so I want whoever's taking the lead on this, I want you to make a survival check.
Favorite terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guidance.
I haven't used favour terrain in so long I've actually forgotten what the hell I get with it.
You get advantage, basically.
Cool. I will go with that. Advantage.
Inspiration too. You got this. You got this. Go.
Fingers crossed, because I'm proficient in it as well. 2 15s. The fuck.
And you have a D4 to add to that as well.
And a D6. If you want.
And how do you inspire her, Bella?
She did a little dance in the snow.
A little interpretive dance for you.
Yeah.
Alright, so that brings it to 20. Alright, so that is the DC.
Ooh.
So
thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
So, with Arrabella leading the way, with some blessings from Moradin and some interpretive inspiration from Bellatrix, you're able to traverse through the heavy winds. It's extremely cold, wind blowing all left, right, and centre. However, you're able to retrace your steps to the best of your ability until eventually you get out of the storm and you're just in the frozen tundra itself. You can see the mountains in the distance, and something that resembles something that used to be a path but has since frozen over. You keep on going until, Arrabella, you're fairly certain you are in the area where you buried Malkai.
I'm pretty certain he's around here, guys. I think this is where magic is going to have to step in.
I mean, that... Or we just give it one further look around? I mean, I know, by tomorrow the magic will come back, but... Who knows what's going to happen today, if I'm being quite frank.
Okay, let's have a look.
We can give it a go. I'm happy to have a look.
We should have stuck locate object in the pearl last night.
I wouldn't have had locate object prepared last night, unfortunately.
Okay.
Cast it into the ring of spell storing. But I like your thinking.
I have locate object, so I can do it if you don't want to blow a slot.
Well, you only get your one thing per day, don't you? The one spell. Oh, Jack's cut out, I think.
I got a bunch.
Can you?
Druid, my dude.
Oh, it'd be Druid. Sorry, I thought you were doing it through.
So, if working together, can I get a group investigation check, but using your wisdom modifier, please?
Oh, perfect. Doesn't mean I'm proficient in it, but...
Wait, what are we rolling? Sorry.
It's an investigation check, but using your wisdom modifier instead of intelligence.
So if you've got proficiency in investigation, you would still add the proficiency, but you would add in your wisdom instead.
Oh,
yeah.
So instead of a +1, I get a -1.
But my wisdom is +2.
Rut-row. Rut-row. Oh.
I mean, I still got a 17. I'm quite happy with that.
That's good.
Yeah, mine's a +4, but there's no point.
+2 to Verity, so 16.
Okay. You spend the better part of about half an hour to 40 minutes investigating the area. And you can't find anything.
Alright. Fucking... bear with me. Boom, boom, boom. Locate object.
Okay.
Okay. Can I see the specifics of the locate object in the chat, please?
You may indeed.
Can I get an F in the chat?
Alright, so what are you describing?
I am describing the pentagram with a rat that was left upon Melchiah's corpse.
It was one of the little trinket objects that Otti got, that she left with...
Arri
Arri got, sorry, not Otti. So she got the needle that doesn't bend, the little pentagram rat thing, and she left that in the grave.
You don't get a ping.
Maybe this is why Talion wasn't gonna try and kill him.
So,
Ask him if he'd already disposed of the fucking body.
just as a heads up, everyone, doesn't seem like Melchiah's body is here, because I've tried to track down the little what's it didgeridoo thing that Arrabella left with his corpse, and can't find it.
I swear
It
to
is
God, if
not
Talion has moved that body... Ooh.
here.
Or maybe Polar Bear's got it.
We buried that shit deep and made sure he froze over.
Yeah, I used Ray of Frost to make sure.
I think we both used Ray of Frost to make sure that it got over.
So, a little out of ideas right now.
Angry pacing.
Go find Talion, tie him to a chair, beat the shit out of him until he tells us what he's done with the Melchiah. That's my first vote.
Was there anything else on him that we could track? Piece of clothing, maybe?
I don't really think that the issue here. I simply think that whoever took his body took everything.
As far as you know, the trinket isn't here.
That's what I mean.
Okay. I mean,
I don't know why someone would take just the trinket, but
to stop us from finding it, maybe?
Maybe.
But
Did he have anything else on him?
I mean, he had his clothes, but you know, that's just general winter clothes. I wouldn't really say his clothing was familiar to me. It's the thing.
Did we see him with a weapon?
Question. Did Talion take the arrow out of the corpse?
Yes, he did.
Shit.
Did we leave the letters on him? Or did Loic take them?
I think they were left in the hut. House.
Yeah. No, I swear Loic read them and I didn't give them to him.
He read
so-
them and he put them back, I believe.
Oh, I thought that was just me that did that.
Oh no, but I know the letters weren't taken out the hut.
Would
Which is a certain-
Malkaya have taken letters out of the hut?
Maybe, you don't know.
I don't know.
I'm thinking out loud at the moment. I'm just like,
Spell can't locate an object. Oh. Alternatively, the wording of the spell. This spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead... it's just lead. Never mind. Because normally it's like a millimeter of lead or 3 foot of wood or a foot of metal, that kind of thing. So like, oh, maybe the ice is blocking it. But no, it's just lead. Fuck. Nearest object of a particular kind. Well, clothing's not going to do any good.
Did he have any knives on him? Do we remember those? He have a
Like a
special carving knife that he brought with him that he used to use to cut up.
Yeah, the survival knife.
Do any of you fuckers have a survival knife on you right now?
Talion has one, but I don't think we do.
So you could very well end up detecting one within 1,000 feet of us.
Yeah, he's probably around here somewhere.
I mean,
at least we know where he is.
Although that
That
would tell
way.
us where he is, and we can go fucking ask him where the body is.
If we're that close to the city, there'll be, I imagine, a few people with survival knives.
An hour's
It's the
walk is probably
nearest-
over 1,000 feet.
yeah,
it's
I
over
would
1,000
assume.
feet, yeah.
And also I would assume that
Oh, if Talion's following us, yeah. That'd be good
One-
to know where he is.
Oh, okay, I'll go with survival knife then. So I'll recast the spell and I'll picture in my mind a survival knife.
Okay. You do not get a ping.
Also, not getting survival knife. I think we're running out of bingo words.
What's bingo?
I could turn into an animal and sniff around for its scent. Turn into a wolf. Do some sniffies.
We did bury it pretty deep, though, like 9 days ago. How good is your sense of smell?
It was also to potentially try and ward off other things from doing exactly that.
Yeah.
Fair.
Oh, shit.
You absolutely sure nobody else knew where he was buried?
Talion knew.
I mean, anyone could have potentially seen us that we didn't know about, but outside of
The people
us
who shot the
and
arrow at
Talion.
us, for
I
example.
mean,
People-
Loic would have known. Loic's possibly gone into the half-elf district and told everyone, but I don't think he'd have done that.
Edgar.
The person that shot the drivers was Talion.
Well, he technically didn't answer that question, but
No,
in
he
not
technically
answering
didn't answer,
it,
but
in not answering it, it does kind of
He
answer.
said
it.
he didn't want to answer that.
But
Didn't
if
we
the
have
answer
someone
we
fire
know,
an
why
arrow
wouldn't
at
they
us?
want to answer
though? Did we not have someone fire an arrow at us though when Talion was there?
no.
No,
Okay,
just the polar bears that attacked.
fair.
Hmm.
Well, you stand in the tundra, unable to locate the body of Malkaya. What would the party like to do?
Can we see if there's been any disturbances in the snow? It's quite a big. Would have
Go ahead and
been
make a survival roll.
a deep hole.
Can multiple people make survival rolls?
Of course. The only recent disturbing that you can see is your own footprints in the snow. You get the feeling that if you wait a couple of hours, those footprints will disappear because of the snow anyway.
Yeah. Fuck. If only we distrusted Talion before now.
And there's no way in hell that primeval awareness will work now, is it? Because he was just dead.
He is dead, yes.
Yeah.
I've not done this before, but
Can you scry on him?
if I had it prepared, funnily enough, yes. I opted to not prepare it today. However, I am literally going to ask my god if he has any idea where this pissing corpse is. If you bear with me, I'll be with you in a minute, maybe 11. I'd like to ritual cast commune, please.
Of course.
Nice.
So, you sit down, and the coldness, the icy wind, soon enough it disappears from your mind. And your consciousness floats away.
Mhm.
And you feel a connection to Moradin.
Finally, something that feels like home. Moradin, if you know where this body is the corpse of Melchiah within the tundra of Jaras Jakai?
No.
Is the corpse of Melchiah within Jaras Jakai?
Yes.
Is the corpse of Melchiah still a corpse?
Yes.
Thank you, blessed All-Father.
Peace be with you, dear Korgrin. And with that, the connection fades. You go back, and your consciousness returns with the body.
How'd it go?
That was lovely.
Good.
I feel like we've been given some kind of short stick, though. Corpse isn't in the tundra. Apparently, corpse is in Jaras Jakai. The city, not the region, not here. Someone has been here, most likely, and done what we were going to do, but with less resurrection and hold him back to the capital. Oh, someone else knew. Oh, how?
Talon's already
We know
admitted
who
in a
knew.
lie.
I mean,
I
I
think
mean,
one
someone
person we're a little bit
outside of
suspicious of.
outside of the party is what I mean. Is okay, sure. He could have told someone that he's found Melchiah and he's dead and he's at so and so coordinates, or he's holding upon him a trinket of a pentagram with a ram. Someone's literally done what we tried to do. He's still dead, so I don't know if that's better or worse that he's still dead.
But you only have a couple of days left to resurrect him, right? Before
Aye.
he's gone forever.
Or at least until I'm maybe imbued with more of Moradin's might. But for this attempt, for what I can do right now, aye, we've maybe got 4-5 days left, maximum. So
So I say we go find Talion.
Yeah, looks like we're not going to learn more in this frozen wasteland.
Can I ask a question, a lore question?
Yeah, sure.
Thinking back, here, if a member of the royal family dies despite the fact they are no longer heirs, they still get proper burials. Are any of
yes.
over here, are any of the other siblings of the king who have died, are they given proper burials as well?
Yes, if you're a member of the royal family, you would be given a proper burial. The only exceptions to this was during the succession crisis, when 5 of the 9 sons of Dumas basically entered into open kind of civil war with each other, as they all vied for the throne. The only brother who did not participate in that war was Tyrell.
Okay. Mind going, history buff, mind working.
Well,
Would the public have access to the tombs? I imagine they wouldn't, would they?
to a royal crypt, I certainly wouldn't want anyone with access. And even if there was, I'd probably say if there's a current necromancy crisis going on within the.
How about the champions of the arena? I mean, that must have bought us some
Champions of the
leeway.
Arena are currently in charge of investigating the necromancy cults.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would.
Do you think the guards will know? Like,
You don't know.
if we ask them who has left the gates in the last week?
Potentially.
Like, who
And
has
the
left
gates
since
are
the troops
sealed,
came
like
in?
the far gates, so there shouldn't be many people really.
Then
So
there's
if
those
anyone's
that
left.
have left through alternative means of not the gate.
Well,
How-
at least then we know they haven't left at the gate. It's something.
But if Malkyra is still dead, then someone has had to travel here with a cart or something big to put him in.
Not if they can magically, like, shift around and stuff.
I keep forgetting this is a world of magic.
Mm-hmm. They get around.
It's worth asking the question. At least then
I-
we'll know
it
if we're
is,
dealing with
yeah.
magic users or not.
At least we know
Yeah.
that Talion would not have done. Talion was not responsible for this because,
Not
I mean, it
directly.
wouldn't be.
Do we?
well, if he's not magical, he does no magic whatsoever. So he would have
We
literally
know
had
this.
to.
He can tell the people.
He's not smart enough to know magic. So
We know very
No,
little
but he
about
knows
it.
other people, so he could have led the magic people here.
Right, well, we're not going to learn anything out here, so we may as well head back to the capital. At least we can ask questions in something that isn't a blizzard.
Agreed. It's
Okay.
cold. I don't like it.
It is starting to get real cold. So, you guys start making your way back to the gate. Can I get, when she comes back, I'll need Arri to do another survival roll to make sure she doesn't get lost in the blizzard.
You try and do one good thing for one person.
We gave up a favour with a dragon for this.
Ding.
I mean, technically, we gave the favour of the dragon for a squall, which we could have still kept as a useful thing in case Korgrin had died, for example, being the only member of us that could resurrect us. I'm assuming Korgrin would. Yeah, I'm assuming you're planning on using your own spell slots to raise.
Yes, that may and or may not have been my intention today.
We just weren't going to mention it to the dragon, who very kindly acquired us one.
Arri, can I get a survival roll from you as you lead the group back to Jarrus Jukai?
Of course.
Could give you bardic stuff by the
So, without much of an issue, you're getting to know the way rather well now. You were able to lead them through the blizzard just in time before you guys started taking on exhaustion points, and you are able to cross into the threshold of the barrier, and you are now face to face with the walls of Jarrus Jukai. You begin making your way around to the familiar gate. And when the lookouts see you coming back, they open up the gate, and the same gate guard that you saw before welcomes you back. Says, "Oh, that was a quick trip. Did you find what you're looking for?"
No, it appears someone's taken my pendant.
Oh,
Do you know-
well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know who else has left the gate since we came here? I'd like to find them and get my pendant back. It was very, very important to me.
Well, we have people coming and going all the time. Patrols, ice fishers, all kinds of people, really.
Anyone of any merit or that raised any particular eyebrows as they went through? Specific individuals? Did a decrepit old man go by and you think he's going to last 5 minutes outside and then he hobbles back in?
No, but... oh, shit, I'm...
The
Wrong
crowd!
Wrong one. Wrong thing to play. I was playing World Ambience, not Powerful Moments. Oh, well, not to my knowledge, but, I'm not here all the time. We've got 3 different shifts in a day.
Do you know... Go on, after you.
Have you seen any obvious magic users come through here? You see, we're investigating some rumours of necromancy, and we're a little bit worried that people might be coming in and out through these gates.
Now that you mention it, I did see this one fella. A bit of a gaunty look about him. Yeah, he came by like days and days ago. He went out and he didn't come back.
Could you describe him in a little bit more detail, just so we can?
Well, he had like super pale skin and like real heavy dark eyes. He had a bit of a really short hair, like kind of a buzz cut sort of thing. And he had this scar, like it was kind of like a beast scar across his cheek, sort of thing, like 3 scratches down there. That was a sight to behold. He said we asked him what he was doing, and he said, he was going out just to experience the wilderness. And we thought, well, we're not going to keep a man to his own death. So, we tried to stop him, and then he actually paid us a lot of gold, so we let him out.
Much gold?
I don't tell the others, but I got 50 when everybody else got 20.
Gold?
Yeah, gold.
How many were the others? Like, is it 2 people? That's only 40 gold. If there's 5, that's 100.
Well, no, there's 6 of us on the duty at the time.
Oh.
But obviously it's my order that they wait for it to open the gate, so...
Memory, does Melchiah have a scar across his face?
No, he doesn't.
Could he have gained
Sure,
one
about
in the
3
polar bear fight? Don't laugh.
Oh, how would he have gotten in to then go out and stay out?
Yeah.
He's also still
For some
there.
reason, the scratch just rang a bell to me, and I thought that was Melchiah, to be fair.
Melchiah does have a tiny little... He has a few cuts across his face that have long since healed, but he didn't have specific beast scar.
Okay. Maybe that's what I got confused.
Did this individual have anyone else with them?
Not that I saw.
You definitely don't remember what day it was, how many days, with a, was it a certain...
It was the day after the riots in Rosio Commerce.
Did one of the bandits have a scar?
Which
bandit?
As in, like, the guy, the
Butterbeer's scars.
Yeah.
Or the McTive bandits.
No, I think she means Butterbeer, Lord Butterbeer's personal guard.
Oh yes, the thugs there. They were scarred, but they didn't have the specific scar you're looking for.
420's fucked again, so...
Yeah.
Yep. The scar's ringing bells in my head, and I can't think of where.
I really can't remember where I know, but I'm sure I do recognise the scar from somewhere.
Otti don't know shit, but Ellie remembers shit.
Also, we know that, or I know that he's still in Darius Jakai. So he wouldn't have left again.
True. I mean, this guy with the scar might just be another random guy that happened to leave under weird circumstances. It's not impossible it's a coincidence. Certainly, leaving is less suspicious than coming back in with something unusual.
Yeah.
Especially when you think about the fact he didn't come back in.
Aye.
Would
Well-
Dimension Door or something like that have got them back in though?
300 foot for Dimdor.
Okay.
Are you guys just discussing this as players or as characters, by the way?
Oh, players. I don't think Gary would know about Dimdor. Like, as players, though, do we recognise that description of a person?
I don't.
Should we?
No, I've never given that kind of very specific
Okay.
description.
It's just my weird brain making connections that aren't there. Then that's good to know.
I have introduced characters with scars, but not like
It was a
that.
specific 3 clawed scar that just seemed to ring a bell, but I can't remember where it rang a bell from, so it's obviously nothing.
I mean, if it was probably just a throwaway NPC. I'll be honest.
That's fair. Okay.
So
Um,
let me reiterate. I've never introduced an important NPC with 3 scars across their face.
Roger.
okay, what is your name? Sorry.
Mate, you can call me Jonas.
Jonas, nice to meet you. I'm Otti, and I shake his hand, and I
nice
say,
to meet you too, Otti.
I say, if you think of anything else, and I hand over a bag of 50 gold. We are in the inn.
Oh, that's a mighty fine sum there. Tell you what, I do remember a little thing. I thought it might be nothing. Like, this could be... I mean, I want to help you with investigation, of course, you know, and this is
Spit
very
it out,
generous.
Jonas.
When we opened the gates for him, I could have sworn I saw one of my colleagues kind of just trip for no reason. Like something pushed him out of the way.
Invisible person.
Aye.
Did you see any extra footprints?
I wasn't looking. Sorry.
Or something invisible. You don't have to be a someone to become invisible. You can be a something.
An invisible coffin on wheels.
Maybe, I don't know,
I mean, I
maybe
use make
Pencer's floating
kind of kid all
disc.
the time to push over people.
Which way did your colleague stumble? Was it as if something had brushed past him on the way out or on the way in?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like that. I asked him if he was okay, and he said, "Well, he said a bit of wind must have knocked him over, and we didn't really think anything else of it."
But did the wind seem to come from outside the gates or inside the gate?
Well, that's the thing. I didn't see it. I didn't feel any wind, but I just didn't think much of it. Really, it was just a thing that happened.
I'd probably assume outside. Inside going out.
Yeah, just wondering if someone invisible just managed to sneak in the first time the gates were opened.
If he tripped, he would have physically tripped forward. We're talking the physics of tripping at the moment.
Physics of tripping over invisible things.
Well, he fell over to his side, so...
As if something smushed him out the way. Push.
Yeah, well, we thought it was the wind, but like the way you guys are going on about it, it kind of almost seems like somebody pushed him out of the way.
Okay.
We do have very suspicious minds. We shouldn't always.
And the only people who, the only people who push people out of the way around here are the Jukaya Knights. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh. It's no good.
I didn't. No, don't forget. I even said that if the Jukaya Knights had any inclination at all that a Jurassian was, speaking ill of them, then you can kiss my position and my generous salary goodbye.
We will, of course, say no word of it to them.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm
I didn't say it.
This conversation never happened unless you happen to remember anything else later, and then maybe we'll have a hypothetical conversation at an inn that isn't your gunpost.
I do have a really bad case of memory that does get cured with enough gold, and I feel like I've gotten enough gold today to cure me of any bad memory for today.
Thanks, Jonas.
You're welcome. It was real nice seeing you, champions.
I like give a little curtsy, like, thank you.
Right.
Okay.
As we walk off, I say to the rest of the party, the downside to bribing bent guards like that is that when someone else comes along and bribes them more, he tells them that we just bribed them for that information. Can't really trust them.
Meh.
No honour amongst bribable guards.
Are you bribable?
In certain circumstances, I'm bribable.
So, as you guys are walking down the street, there is a lot of sort of hustle and bustle at the moment. The street's pretty full up, and a lot of people are kind of like, once again, they're just like paying attention to you. Really, there's like you guys are famous now. People know who you are.
Verity is Naruto running across the rooftops.
And as you are walking along, Korgrin, you just as you walk past a shop and you see something of dwarven make on the stall, and it looks pretty pretty. And as you're paying attention to it, you feel a slight bump on your hip.
I look around for anyone.
You see a couple of street kids running down the street.
Alright, which one of you probably stole something from me?
You look around and your coin purse has been taken. You see one kid with gingerish hair, freckled face. He looks around at you and he just goes, "Fuck you, dwarf!" And he runs away.
Hold person.
Chase him.
So,
That's the third level. So
as you cast hold person, he just goes, "Oi!" And he freezes and drops the coin purse. To which one of the other kids just run by, pick it up, and just continue running. They go around the corner and they disappear.
I peg it after them.
No.
Little shits have stolen my purse.
So as you run around the corner, you immediately hear somebody go, "Ah, ah, 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 ah." And as you come into full focus, just Korgrin charging after you, get around the corner. This other kid, as the whole person is still on him at the moment. You see another kind of a squawky boy with short brown hair. He is being dragged back towards you by the ear. A black-haired young woman with quite fair skin looks extremely angry and is pulling this child towards you. This child has the coin purse in tow. There are a couple other kids who, at the end of the alleyway, who look terrified, and they go, "He's done for it! Run!" And they go. This woman comes up to you and says, "I'm so sorry about this. What do you have to say for yourself?" "Sorry. And what else?" You can have your money back." "Good. Now, pass it back to him." Oh, and he outstretches his hands for you to take the coin purse back.
While he's kind of it's going to sound ropey, but bear with, in a compromised position. Is the kid malnourished? Is he starving?
Yeah, he does look a little malnourished, yeah.
Okay. I will...
To be fair, all the kids do, so...
I'll take my coin purse back. And I will give him... I'll give him a gold coin. And just say...
Now, what do you say? Thank you!
No, you're going to spend that on food, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you're not going to do that again, are you? Not today, are you?
No. That's right, and you're never going to do this again, are you? No. Don't lie to me. Oh. I might do it again, and if you do, I'll be there to stop it, won't I? Yes! And with that, she lets him go, and he scampers off. The other kid just goes, Ted, come here. Oh, and he meanders over. This child is probably no older than 6 or 7 years old. She looks him square in the eye with a really fiery kind of like just sisterly or even motherly kind of look. She says, "What do you say?" Sorry, mister.
Maybe on other people, not people that can beat a dragon.
And he looks up to you, and then you can see an air of recognition dawn over him. He goes, "Oh wow, you're Corbin."
Oh.
I am Corbin.
Corbin Dallas,
That's me.
Oh wow, I heard about you. Apparently, you can pick anything up and throw them across the world.
Kind of just look at the sister and go like, "What are you teaching
That's
these
our
kids?"
Corbin.
A child's mind is a wonderful thing.
And if I use both hands, I can throw it twice around the world.
Wow. And then he starts looking at the rest of the party, and he just becomes starstruck. This woman just goes, "Hold on, you lot are the champions, aren't you?"
Aye.
I guess.
Huh. Well, what are you doing talking to young street rats like these? I thought this would be above you.
Nothing's really
Bella's in the background picking her nose like, what? Who?
above or below us. I mean, we're just people. We came to the
Unless we're
capital.
alligators, then we're alligators.
Or wolves.
Some of us can
sometimes.
be things other than people, sure. But
Some of us started as street
So-
rats.
So what?
Humble beginnings.
You don't. You're in like kind of like the early part. You're near Dumas Ring and Raziel Commerce. She looks at you and she says, "So you people don't feel disgusted to talk to him and me then?"
Of course not.
oh, certainly not.
Oh well, my apologies. I pegged you completely wrong. I thought you were just like every other noble in this city.
I don't think there's a single noble amongst us, really.
Verity.
I was
I
gonna say,
know.
I'm the only noble here. She says from the roof, upside down.
Like the kid is looking up at you, Verity. Go, "Oh wow, you're
And I
burying
worship a
me.
unicorn, so
Wow, they say that you can make God appear and then he can barf out unicorns and that anyone can ride them.
I mean, I'm working on it.
Wow." See, he's just starstruck with Verity at the moment. This lady goes, "I am so sorry about my judgments. Here I am, always telling the children to be more open-minded, and here I am stuck in the same thing. My name is Marriott."
Harriet, you say?
"Yes."
Oh, I'm sure you've heard of us, but I'm Korgrin Bravebeard, and these are my compatriots and companions, friends, I would say.
"Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, and well, I'd kick myself if I didn't try this, but since you're here, this is the most opportune time. May I ask for your help?"
I mean, we got 5 minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon so.
The kid just goes, "Wow, that's gross."
That is disgusting.
um,
That's
she
our
says, "Her bury me."
Oh no.
So Marriott just goes, "Well, the reason why Ted here and his friends feel like it's they can steal from yours is because, unfortunately, they are rather bored and rather hungry. Now, I've been able to scrounge up a number of rations to give the kids a very good meal. However, that's not going to placate their minds very well. Now, all of you, I'm sure, have seen some very, very amazing things in your times. I was hoping that you'd be able to swing by and tell the children a little story.
No,
I'm
our
not
stories
sure
are
if-
very PG-13.
No.
Oh, please! It would do so much for the children.
I mean, I have guaranteed to have lost my skirt at least twice in these encounters. Not very.
I suppose we
They
can
just-
do pre-Oaken Heath Burn to the Ground stories. I didn't say that. As a
You don't
play-
even
a
have to
character.
tell them stories about yourself. Just stories that would help really captivate their imagination and just, make them a little less steely and a little more childy. If you know what I mean. She just kind of smiles.
Bella's like, tell them the time that I... Oh, no, violence. There's that one time... Oh, no. Decapitated a dude. Can't really...
Oh, wow. You're Galvatorix. They say you can make your hair as long as the sky itself.
I can? Since when?
Wow. And they say you eat everyone so you can get all big and strong too.
Yep.
Wow.
Need to behave.
Everything, not everyone. She does not eat people.
Oh, yeah, that. I don't eat people.
Oh, well, that's boring. Sorry,
I have nothing to say.
He just has such an active imagination. But you would do so much wonder for these children if you could just swing by and just, whilst they're eating, just share a little story with them, just to captivate their minds a little.
I mean, I don't see the harm in it. It's not really as if we've got much else we can do today. What like this evening? Are we coming around right now?
Oh yeah, come right now. I have the rations ready to go. I'm sure if Ted here would like to run off ahead and tell all of his friends that the champions are coming to tell them a story, then you will have a quite large reception in no time. Yeah, and everyone will be super jealous that I'm best friends with everyone.
Would I be able to pop into Dumas' ring and get some cupcakes to take with me?
I can't afford Dumas' ring. Sorry.
Oh no, me. Like I'm asking as a player. Can I?
Oh yeah,
as you said, we're kind of
you'd have some. You would have some time,
yeah. So favor for favor, if that's all right with you.
Of course.
We'll ask when perhaps not as many kids are listening in.
Certainly. I'll get the children together if you'd like me. If you like, she gives you directions to effectively a cul-de-sac within the city. If you'd like to meet me here within the next hour or so, and I'll have the children ready for you.
Sure.
Can I nip into that shop that had the pretty dwarven thing?
Yeah, sure. It's effectively just a dwarven brooch.
I'm feeling a bit homesick. I'll take it.
Yeah, it'll cost you 3 copper pieces.
Jack.
Yeah.
I looked up those spells, and they're all level 1-2 spells, right?
Yes.
So
I think so.
From what I see, level 1 and level 2 scrolls are level 1s are max like 50 gold, and then level 2 are
all right.
100 gold.
Yeah. So
it'd be 350. I figured out.
Yeah, then you have the inflation because of the menagerie as well. So should we just call it a square 500 then?
Yeah, I'll pay 500 for him.
Yeah. Ooh, thank you, babe.
It's dinner time.
I just got my dinner. Okay. Anyway, so
500 gold. That's 50 platinum, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And I'll put them into my thing now. Yay! Also,
So,
okay, sorry. I was just gonna be like, at some point, could I talk to Korgrin about commune and see if I can get that off him?
Yeah. Well, so you'll have a bit of time after you tell the children a story.
Yeah, okay.
So, Arrabella, using your range and nimbleness, you're able to quickly duck away, rush over to Duma's ring, and scoop up an entire platter full of cupcakes. You grab 30 of them. Are they for the children?
They are for the children.
I want you to make.
I may eat one.
I want you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, well, it's a 3.
With 5 cupcakes. Yeah, they only have 5 left, guys.
So by the time you get back, you've eaten over half of them, and they did not taste what you wanted them to taste like. You just couldn't help
I had to do a
yourself.
nice thing, and then I just eat all the cupcakes.
It was quite a sight to see a halfling carrying a platter of 30 cupcakes and just scorfing them down as she went, looking really disappointed with herself.
I mean, that's the most halfling she's been.
So, following the directions that Marriott has given you, you come to this rather rundown cul-de-sac. This place is more of an orphanage with some additional shops that just look closed down at the moment. As you are approaching the street, it looks at the moment that about 30 children between the ages of 5 and 10 are gathered around a communal table at the moment, and they're all digging in on some rations of bread and some canned vegetables as well. So the bare necessities, but it's for the standard for what you believe that they have been eating. It's actually a fairly decent meal for all of them. And Marriott is standing there, and she's just looking very happy with herself. And she says, oh, children, look! The champions of the ring have come to tell you a story! Oh, wow! All the kids just look at you wide-eyed, and they just swarm you basically like a cavalcade of insects. They are just going up to you, they're grabbing at you, they're trying to climb onto you, trying to get onto a piggyback.
I really hope that none of them are doing that to me. They're probably the same height as me.
Yeah, unfortunately that happens. So you get surrounded by them, and they're like, "Oh wow, you're as tall as me. Do you think one day I could be taller than you?"
Almost definitely.
Wow, I'll be taller than a hero! Yay! Rennas, one of them immediately goes for the pointy end of your knife, and she goes, "Ah!"
I keep it sharp. All the better to stab annoying little children with.
Ah! And they run away. Otti,
give the girl the cupcake.
Otti, at the moment you have got 2 little girls attached around your leg, and they've lifted off their legs and they're basically just hooked at your leg. So every single step you take, you're carrying an extra child. You have 2 additional children tugging on your hand to go in any direction whatsoever. You are swarmed.
I'm going to play into that, and I'm going to be like, "Oh no, they've got me!" Lie on the floor like this.
Get them down! Beat them, and we'll become new heroes ourselves! Ah! And a few more swarm on top of you, and you get bundled by children. Bellatrix, one little girl has come up to you. She has she looks different from the other girls in the sense that she looks very, very skinny, but her half of her hair is shaved off on one side, and the other half looks like it's been splashed with a manner of different dyes, probably food dyes or even something like that, and it's just splashed all over. And she's just sort of crossing her toes at the moment and just looking down at them as she sort of edges a little closer to you, and she says in an almost inaudible whisper, "I think your hair looks cool."
Bella's just gonna be like, oh, my hair? Look at your hair! So cool!
And she runs away.
No, come back! Bella's like, chasing her.
Okay, no problem, Verity. Verity, you are a lot of people, the children especially, know that you can fly around at the moment. They are just begging you to teach them how to fly at the moment. You've got about 10 children going, can I fly? Can I fly? Please, I've always wanted to fly.
The trick to flying is that you have to go to school. It's really boring, and like, I'm just naturally gifted, I guess. I'm sorry, guys. Harsh reality.
They blow raspberries at you.
I mean, blow all the raspberries you want. I can do this, and I'm gonna cast fly on myself and just rise above them.
They are going to take opportunity attacks to try and grapple onto your legs. I'm just going to roll a quick d20.
Oh fuck! I've done 2 high-level spells. One sec. We're good.
That's good. Or blow up the children. My goodness.
You cast fireball on yourself. The children are screwed.
They're not hungry anymore.
They tried to grab onto. They tried to grab onto your feet, but they slip off, and they just go, "No fair! I want to fly!" And they just look.
Well, you
really
see, the thing
haughty.
is, kiddies, is that I was cursed by an evil witch when I was a baby. So sometimes.
Oh, that's so cool.
But sometimes my magic can kill me.
And other people too.
Yeah. So.
Wow, you're like one of them doms that go bums.
What? That goes bums?
Doms.
Definitely a dumb, yeah. She's
Wow.
definitely a dumb that goes bum bum.
I mean, that's one way to describe me, I guess.
Korgrin, most of the children are just they just keep on poking your beard.
I had a feeling it was beard related.
Yeah, they're just oh, it's so big and fluffy. Ooh.
Watch out, because otherwise a hand will get out and get you.
Ah!
My hand comes through the beard itself, and
that terrifies them, and they run away in laughter. To be honest, Mary goes, "All right, children, okay, right, gather up. The heroes now have a story to tell you. Yay, story!" They all sit down, kind of like in a classroom kind of style, and they all look up with you with wide eyes and expectancy on their eyes.
I'm sat down. Well, I'm like floating above them, but sat down similarly. I'm looking at you guys like, sorry.
You can have inspiration for that, Verity.
Have any of you
for that?
Have any of you seen a forest?
No. One child goes, I have. No, I haven't.
Okay, I'm going to try, and I don't know whether this will do anything, but Druidcraft, just to kind of make, like little things just sprout up, like where I can, just like little flowers, and just like, so the forest, it's warm, it's sunny, it's green. Have you?
Oh.
I could be a tree for you again if you'd like.
Have you still got the costume on you?
Probably.
If it's in your inventory.
10 minutes wriggling into a tree costume.
So I
allude to the forest.
No, I'm being a tree.
So where I grew up, it's very. I grew up very similar to how you grew up, but instead of a frozen village, I grew up in a forest, and instead of pickpocketing people, I foraged.
What does that mean?
It means I went around and I looked for food, and
well, that's what we do.
You go around looking for money. There's a difference.
Money gets food.
Not in a forest.
Wow, you don't have any money in a forest?
You don't need it. You go around, you look, and then I'll reach into my pocket, cast Good Berry, and I'll bring out 10 good berries, and you find food that the world provides.
Wow!
And I assume they're probably going to grab the berries off me, which is fine. So, yeah, that is.
So, what do you do in the forest?
Well, in the forest, you can climb trees, you can jump from trees, you can find flowers, you can hunt animals, you can make nice skin. Like, you can take this. Oh, I am getting a bit dark. I was just about to go into getting and skinning an animal. Can someone please take over?
You can take a poo wherever you want.
Wow!
But be careful
know.
what leaves you use to wipe, because some of them can make you get all rashed and nasty.
Oh,
Make you
so
vomit.
much.
one of the childs at the back puts their hands up. Excuse me. Can I go to the toilet, please?
Aye?
As long as it's in a hole and not there, go ahead.
Okay. And the little boy, probably no older than 6 years old, gets up and scampers off to where you can clearly see there are very small privies, outhouses even. So the rest of the children are still looking up, mesmerised, and goes, "Oh, and what else? What?"
Well, on the topic of trees, do you want to hear about the tree of life?
Oh, yes, please.
So this is in a very, very magical forest. It's not your regular forest, magical one. It's called
How
the
magical!
It's got a special name. It's called the Ever Autumn Forest.
Oh,
So in the forests there are lots of leaves, and they go from green to yellow to red to nothing. Trees, they lose their leaves, but in this forest they're always yellow. Now, this forest has a very, very special purpose. It keeps the bad men away.
who are
And
the bad men?
Lots and lots of bad men. They don't even have any names. Sometimes they're monsters that are lurking behind the trees. Sometimes they're creepy crawlies that'll bite at your ankles. Some of them smell really bad. But this forest has a very, very special protector. Can any of you guess what he is?
Is it a poo?
No. He's a centaur.
What's a centaur?
A centaur is someone that from here up
He
is a
looks like
man.
a man, but he has the butt of a horse.
You said butt.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not wrong. He does have the butt of a horse. And this man, well, he's the one that keeps the forest safe. He's the one that makes sure that no bad men find their way to the special tree that lives in the middle of it. And that tree is the tree of life. And the tree of life is always green. Out of all the other yellow trees, this one is green.
Oh. Why is it green?
Because it's magical. Because
Oh.
it's not of this realm.
What does realm mean?
Land. So it's not of this land. It's from a
Oh.
special place.
Does it have no
Like
snow
Christmas.
then? Oh, my mummy's in heaven.
Oh.
So is mine.
No. It has no snow. Not a single snowflake in sight. And it's so cozy and warm you could fall asleep anywhere.
The beardy man's lying. Snow's everywhere. Oh, I've seen it, honest.
And on heart, I'm a champion. I do not tell any lies.
Ah. And they are quite mesmerised by this.
Now,
And
What?
just for the sake of brevity, you guys carry on. I assuming that Rennas is the only person not getting involved in this. It's not really his shindig, is it?
No, small children. When I was a small child, I was pretty much doing what they were doing as a small child, to be fair. I was just doing it on my own.
And a lot of kids do get quite distracted, Bella, to be honest. By the end of it,
distracted.
by the end of it, Korgrin's trying to tell a real proper dwarven story, and the other kids have just lost interest at this point.
I'm like sat in the kids at the moment, like cross-legged, like with all the kids on top of me, just like, oh, Korgrin, I've got a question. Just like causing as much disruption as possible.
But by the end of it, Marriott comes along and she picks up the kids and says, "All right, now, children, okay, now it's time to go and do your homework. Now, off we go. Thank the champions for their time. Thank you very much. Say thank you. Say thank you. Teddy, say thank you. Thank you. Good. Off you go now. Say goodbye.
You are welcome.
Bye. Bye." And they all retreat into their own respective hovels and orphanage until only Marriott remains. She turns to you and she says, "Well, I know that's probably not something you're very much used to, but thank you. Thank you so much. It really meant a lot to the children. They'll be talking about this for weeks. They really will."
Well, I can only hope so, even if it brings a speck of joy to an otherwise bleak week or year.
Yeah. It's been tough. It really has, but days like today they make it worth it, I think.
I'll reach into my pockets. I'm like, I don't really have any need for these, being 19 and everything. So I get the feeling this building will probably need them more. And I just hand over the horse and the rattler that I got from my house.
Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. Thank you. You guys, you're special. Thank you. She goes to turn and walk away, but she stops herself and she says, "This might seem out of the blue, but have you guys, in your adventures, have you had much dealings with the knights?"
You might say some.
To varying degrees, I guess.
Oh, well, I only ask this because my brother is a knight. Well, he hasn't been home for some time. I was just wondering if you do come across the knights, if you see him, could you pass a message on to him for me?
What's his name?
Well, just let him know that that I'm okay and the kids are okay and he can come home whenever he wants and that we all miss him terribly.
Oh, who would we be passing the message to? There are lots of knights.
His name is Garrick.
Well, if we stumble across, was it Garrick?
Yes, Garrick, my brother.
At any point, I'm sure we'll let him know.
She takes your hand and she says, "Thank you so much." She leans down and she gives you a quick peck on the cheek.
Ooh. I've got to ask, if he's a knight, how do you live like this?
Well, we weren't born into nobility, and he sends me a generous paycheck every month, and with that, I'm able to support everything around it. I mean, he does have a house up there, but that's not my home. Last time I saw him, he was angry that I didn't live in it, but I'm no help up there. These kids, they wouldn't last without me, I think.
Do you have a key to his house at all? And maybe we can try and find out where he's gone and we can see if we can work out where he is and then we'll track him down for you.
Well, I know he's just away from the capital at the moment.
But there might be some clues in his house as to where his destination was, or what sort of travels he's going.
Well, I would say if you really wanted to find him, just go ask the knights over at the temple.
Oh, we can give that a go.
Well, I don't want to keep you any longer. Thank you. Thank you very much.
A word once given.
Oh,
Favor for
yes.
favor.
Sure. What can I do for you?
Anyone else? Me?
You.
Sure. I give the description that Jonas gave to us and ask her, that man ring any bells?
I'm sorry, no. I've never met anyone like that.
And again, probably for the best, not around the kids. Have there been any reports of bodies going missing, you know?
I have heard of rumours of that, but I thank the heavens that nothing like that has happened around here.
See. Rumours of where they've been happening?
All over, really. You won't be too hard-pressed to find a dead body in the street nowadays, I'm afraid. Sometimes they just go.
Oh, that's fair enough. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your stories. It was quite an experience.
I'm going to. On the way out, I'm gonna give her 50 gold. And I'm gonna say, this is to keep what you're doing up and running, so that the children have somewhere to go, and they can try and stay out of trouble.
Well, I can tell you that this will pay for another 10 mils. It really would.
10 mils? Like
yes, like the meals that we had today, where everybody ate a little bit.
Oh,
extra.
meals. Sorry, I thought you said mills, like windmills. I was like,
no. I'm sorry. It's my regional accent. I'm sorry. But no, thank you so much. You really are a kind person. Thank you. And with that, she gives you all a small little curtsy and one final smile and a wink at you, Korgrin. And she retreats back to the now rioting children.
Considering it's a winter area, I'm feeling awfully hot under the collar.
The sister of our enemy is not our lover.
You don't know me.
So.
Like, don't get me wrong, I knew siblings could be different. Just look at Raphael and
Indeed.
But Christ.
And
the difference between...
stab me.
Yeah. But the difference between Garrick, who is possessed by... Well, who looks like he's possessed, compared to Marriott.
Night and day.
Quite literally.
What time is it?
At this time, it's gone past midday.
Shall we go and see if Raziel Commons is open?
If it isn't, we can get in anyway.
Whether the shops will be open is the other thing, but let's go see if Raziel Commons is open.
If I remember right, it's probably not, only because it was like a week or two before the rioting generally kind of subsides. But yeah, why not? After all, why wouldn't we? Plus, that's where we need to go for the necromancer.
Sorry. Sneeze. Excuse me. So, you begin making your way over to Raziel Commerce.
And I'll have you know, I prepared feign death today, just in case.
But not scry.
I'm making sure my coin purse and everything is, like, hidden. And
I will cut you.
No worries. So, as you're making your way towards Raziel Commerce, the area is still in a state of lockdown, but it's kind of laxing a little bit. Like some people kind of going in and going out a little bit. The general consensus is that it seems that things have calmed down to a point where, people can start going to see their loved ones under, through checkpoints and stuff like that. As you're approaching one of these checkpoints, however, a man starts approaching you, wearing Jurassian armor. He has got long, flowing brown hair, kind of wavy, combed back a little bit. It's almost going down to his shoulders. He's got a very, very fine goatee, chin beard sort of thing, and he's got a very strong jaw and sort of very serious look about him. It's quite muscular. If anything, he's by societal standards a very, very attractive man.
Oh.
He walks up to you and he says, "Excuse me, you are the champions, right?"
Yes.
I would like your help, please.
Oh.
What would you like our help with?
My apologies. My name is Hunk Manners.
Manners. Wow.
I am a guard of Jarus Drukai, and it is my responsibility to protect people, and I am in need of help to protect people, and I would require your assistance in this.
I see. What do you need help protecting them with? Or from?
Well, as you know, the city is currently in a state of turmoil, and food is rare every day, and local businesses are dealing with a food shortage, and it's come to my attention that somebody has been stealing food from them and escaping into the sewers. I have made a case to my sergeant that I should take a platoon down there and find the culprit, but my fellow Jurassians, well, they don't want to get their cloaks dirty, and they won't help me.
Question
Now,
before we carry on.
Yeah?
Because I've forgotten the two names. So, the guard at the gate, Jonas, did he say it was a Jukayanite or a Jurassian?
Yes. He said it was a Jukayanite that would push people around. Jukayan Knights are the guards of the Skyhawk district.
Yeah.
And the Jurassians are the guard of the lower districts.
That's what I thought. Thank you.
No worries. I do it myself, but there are still traps down there that were set up by a criminal group called the Tippers.
Oh, damn those tippers. Yeah.
Scams a lot.
Curse on them.
I have heard of your
daggers at Rennas.
I have heard of your capabilities, and I would like to employ you. I don't have much, but I am happy to give you a month's wages of 75 core pieces.
I mean, just to throw it out there, the last full day's work we had to do, we got paid 25,000 for. Just
I can't afford that. Sorry.
No, that's fine. If this evil organisation, the Tippers, have infested your town, then we'll do what we can to help drive them out.
I don't think that's what he said, but sure.
I appreciate that. You'll be doing the people a good service. Finding someone who steals food is really, really bad. We need to do something about it. He stares down at his feet a bit.
Indeed.
Remember, if you don't believe someone, you can do insight checks.
Alright. I mean, you put it out there, I'll insight check him.
No, I'm just saying.
It's too late, I've called for an insight check, Jack.
I believed everything he said. I was just being a dick.
Despite his amazingly good looks, this guy is socially awkward as fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
He can barely even look you in the eye.
I mean, even if he's looking down at his feet, he's probably still staring at me and Arri in the eyes.
If you would care to join me, we shall head for the sewers now.
Got nothing else
Sure.
to do.
Why not?
Sure, I mean, but definitely. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Why not?
Thank you very much. This means a lot. And with that, this individual, Hunk Manners, is Luke Evans was in The Hobbit? No, I'm thinking of someone. I'm thinking of Chris Evans.
Is that the
Captain America.
beautiful Welsh one?
That is the beautiful Welsh one.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
Stop it, you'll make Bella jealous.
No, Bella thinks he's a beautiful Welsh dude.
So, this guard leads you over towards a more, not like a manhole, but definitely kind of an open, gated area that leads further into the actual sewers itself. Not locked up, doesn't look like it's ventured into very much. He pulls out a set of keys and unlocks it and says, it's this way. And you head down to the sewers.
To be fair, I think this is our team's first time in a sewer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Fucking stinks down here.
That you know of.
I'm very impressed that we've been in so many places, but this is the first time we're in a sewer.
Fair point.
Just you wait, it'll be our escape route out of the capital.
No, probably. Yeah. 100% George.
I mean, every single game has to have a sewer section. It's the law.
It's just the most rancid, disgusting.
So, didn't bring him in. So, venturing further into the actual sewers themselves, it is very cold down here, very icy. However, there is something of running water down here as it deals with the city's wastage. The smell is weird to say the least. It's more of a damp moisture smell more than anything else. However, the cold air of the outside funnels into here and creates that really ominous kind of noise. Venturing a little bit onwards, you go for about 5 or 10 minutes going through some winding paths of the sewers themselves until eventually Hunk comes up to a barricaded off side exit of the main sewer part. He says, if my initial investigation led me here, Just ahead are the traps. I believe the culprit is able to overcome these traps. So it is. I trust my well-being to you, and I would hope you would do the same for me.
Traps, you say? And
Yes.
I'll step forward and look for traps.
Alright, so go make an investigation check.
Oh, I don't know why I'm advantage, sorry. 20.
I don't know if it helps to have the light cantrip going on right now, but I can cast it if necessary.
Yeah, that'll help. So,
You can have light.
zoom. So, looking into the initial area of the barricade there, this particular area is not trapped. However, you can see that there are strings on the ground and a few levers that are since iced over that indicated that this area used to be trapped.
It looks like we're safe for now. All the traps that were here have been disarmed or have worn away. But we should be more cautious further ahead.
Okay, let's go. Venturing into that particular room by breaking down the makeshift barricade. You're initially in a square room that is basically just covered in dust, icicles, and a few discarded broken crates and barrels. Ahead of you is a very long corridor that goes on for about 100 feet. The walls themselves have got frost on it. However, it's more stone than ice than if anything else. So, who's going to go first?
Guess that could be the trap checker.
One would assume.
Okay. So, who will be taking? Just for the sake of brevity, Rennas is going to be in lead. Who's going to be taking the rear?
I'll go at the back if no one wants to.
I feel like I'm the one with the light right now, so I should probably be closer to the front.
I'll go at the back.
Right.
Oh, I can't see.
I
got my
can-
goggles on.
Yeah, we have our goggles. But I
Yes,
was going
you-
to say I could see the rear. Because, like, I can have a light cantrip back here as well.
Yeah. So
Light
it's not.
everywhere.
It's mainly dim light down here. So you can see. It's just a little difficult. But with the light cantrips, it won't be an issue.
Well, I imagine
Um,
Human Look Handsome Face probably can't see all too great, and neither can
No,
Elizabeth.
no,
yeah.
he's a pure human. So
Actually, I want to be looking at the awkward face staring at Hugs Menace, whatever his name is.
Hunk Menes.
Hug Menace.
So yes. So go ahead and make an insight check.
Just staring at him. Like, not trying to weird him out, but I'm just trying to be like,
She's trying to make him feel awkward because he's socially inept.
That's me.
Whilst his social insecurities are definitely prevalent, you can see the soldier side of him. He is focusing on the task at hand, and he's just trying to keep his mind in the game, as it were.
keep your head in the game. I can respect that. Go Wildcats.
Wildcats ain't my friend, but okay.
Well, cats are everyone's friend.
Wildcats.
Wild mice.
I hate you.
Danger mouse. So, Rennas, you start walking down this long corridor.
Yeah.
And you say, are you checking for traps along the way?
I will be checking for traps every...
Can I get another investigation check from you, please, for this corridor?
Wow.
Nice.
All right.
There's something wrong with me. I've rolled well twice in a row.
Guidance.
Something bad is coming.
So, about halfway down the corridor itself, you stop yourself because you notice something on the ground. There is a loose stone that appears to be more of a pressure plate than anything else.
I'm Not even going to bother disarming it. I'm just going to point it out to everyone and make sure everyone's aware. Just like step around this stone, move around it,
Okay.
So,
and nobody pass it back.
the next question I ask you is: anybody step on this stone?
No.
Verity's gonna
Try
think
not to.
about it, but she'll move on.
Righto. So, you move on a little bit further, and as you get about 30 feet ahead, Rennas, you look up and you see effectively a spherical boulder being suspended by wooden stakes and other such things that look like a slight knock will let it come loose. And so at this point, you realise that the entire corridor is at a bit of a slant, and you get the feeling that if you had stepped on that boulder would have come sliding straight towards you guys.
I'll just like point up at the boulders and walk past it to see. That's why we avoided the pressure plate.
How far away is the thing on the floor?
Do not
30
set
feet.
it off. Do not set it off.
If we set it off, they'll know that we're coming. They'll hear it.
Uh,
Give our approach away. But I am really tempted to shoot the pressure plate with an arrow, but I'm not doing it. Stick to the mission at hand.
how far away is it? Just so I know.
It's 30 feet away.
Okay. That's all I want to know. We can
That's
move on.
a
And which way is the corridor? Like, are we going uphill in terms of the climb?
You're going very slightly uphill.
Okay. Good to know.
So, you continue on your way until eventually you get to the end of this corridor, and it opens up into a spherical room. Can I get another investigation check from you, please, Rennas? As you said, you were constantly looking.
That's 3. Jesus Christ.
Well,
I haven't even used guidance yet.
Maybe keep the beard gone. It seems to be working for your loved ones.
Whoa,
No,
do not
because
keep the beard gone.
I might roll well, but I think I'd lose my fiance. So
No, that's fair.
All right. You notice, Rennas, that this room, whilst spherical, there are 2 doors that go to the left and to the right. And the room itself looks like it's there's a gear mechanism here where it spins, and you stop yourself before you go fully into the center of the room, because you realize that the center of the room is actually just one gigantic pressure plate, except for the outskirts of it. As you look at the walls, you see tiny little slits, dots, where arrows or even needles could shoot out of it, and you smell it. And this is a smell. It's a smell you're very familiar with. It is a very commonly used tip of poison.
I heard a purr.
I heard purrs too. Like a reaction.
She's rubbing herself against the phone. She likes to rub herself against the phone.
I was confused on what the heck you're talking about. Okay, so again, I'm just going to tell everyone.
You get the feeling that if anybody steps on this pressure plate, it will fill the entire room either with poisonous gas or will shoot out poisonous darts.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to go in the middle. There's like poisonous arrows and darts and shit around here, and tip of poison is not to be messed with. So people have told me, cough, cough, and so we're just going to stay around the edges.
Okay, so. Can I just get a general dexterity check from? Because it's not difficult. I just want to make sure nobody slips and goes into the middle.
A straight dex or saving throw?
Just a straight check. The DC is like 6, so.
Oof. There it is.
Can I use Tides of Chaos to advantage that?
Yes, you can.
Can I use my nat 20 to catch her as she's falling into it? So that's much better.
Okay, no!
Oh no.
I'll let you use your nat 20 on Otti.
Yeah. I swept you off your feet.
So Otti, you step and Rennas just quickly grabs you by by your collar and just quickly pulls you back inwards. Verity, you do slip and you go no, and you just basically cast your magic that basically just gives you a good puff of wind that just pushes you back onto your feet. But with that, moving in a single moving in a single file, you will be able to move around the outskirts of the room. Which door would you like to go into? The left one or the right one?
Are they going to start talking at us and give us riddles?
Can I move to the right one and put my ear against it and see if I can hear anything?
Make a perception check. You cannot hear anything.
Yeah, I mean the streak had to end at some point. Okay.
Since I'm behind him, can I give it a go?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Fuck me. I have a plus
You
7.
cannot hear anything. You cannot hear anything.
Christ.
When that's being the reckless person I am, just ushers everyone back a little bit.
Rennas is no longer reckless.
Well, no, but I also...
I can make Toad appear on the other side of the door and take a look through him.
Okay.
I think you have to see.
I bumped him in and out.
Hold on. Bear with me just a moment. What's the
Find
spell
familiar.
called? Choose. Appearing in an unoccupied space within range. The spell fails.
Make him appear on Rennas' head.
It appears on Rennas' head. You did not ritual cast that, did you?
No, I ritual cast it the once, and then I can make it bounce in and out of existence. It's not until it faints that I have to ritual cast it again.
Yeah, so when you try to bamf it on the other side, the spell will fail, but you can bamf it on his head.
I poke it.
Don't eat my owl!
Oh!
He takes a shit and then flies off.
I mean...
We're in the
That makes me
sewers.
think that door is bad.
But there's no bird shit in the sewers. Until now.
You don't know that. There might be a bunch of kinkus down here.
What would you guys like to do?
I think we have to just try and open the door carefully.
You want to check it for traps first?
Yes, I will check it for traps first. That's a very wise idea.
I'm going to step back just in case. Bye.
The door is not trapped.
Sus.
So are we going to try and open this one, or do we want to go and check the other one out before we go through this one?
Let's check the other one.
What's Hunk doing?
Hunk is just standing there, waiting, following your lead.
Okay, at Bella's request, I'm going to go check the other door for traps.
Okay, so make another investigation check, please. The door is not trapped.
Okay, so neither of them seem trapped. Pick a door, guys, left to right.
Flip a coin.
Vote in chat.
I take out my kipper coin, put it on my thumb and say,
Oh my
heads or
God.
tails?
Is there anything on the doors?
They are a bit rusted, a bit iced over, but they are seemingly just regular oak doors.
Which one looks the most recently used?
The one on the right.
That was maybe a slightly better thing than flipping a coin. I put the coin down.
My coin said left.
So now that right there, that was creative. That was critical and creative thinking. Like asking the right questions, like the door looks like it's been.
That's boring, though.
Okay, I go and open the right door, but I only open it a crack just to try and peer through it.
Make a perception check, please.
All these checks, they're all going to go horribly wrong.
Apparently
not yet.
You peer
This
inside.
is the entire year of crap rolls. This is it all coming back and balancing out in one night.
You don't see anybody, but you can tell that there are sharp objects within, hanging from the ceiling.
So I'm going to open the door completely and ask Korgrin to make the light cantrip go in there.
Is there a stone on the floor?
There's bits of debris around, yeah.
I can cast it on Toby and we can send him in.
Plenty of feces as well.
Including some in my hair.
Cast it on
I
bird.
mean, go for it. Toby is flying with light.
Okay, so Toby is now a luminescent owl.
Tell him to stay away from the ceiling. It looks like there's spikes up there.
So, looking inside, it is a square room, and you can. It's effectively a load of saw-like blades just hanging from the top, but also on the sides of the rooms. It looks like there are long, almost greatsword, maybe scimitar-like blades just stuck to the sides.
Lovely.
And do I see anything on the wall, on the floor that might trigger these?
Make an investigation check.
Guidance.
I
don't
will
want to
use
get cut in
guidance.
half.
I will not need guidance because apparently Roll20 fucking
yeah.
loves me today.
Fucking hell. Yeah, you can actually see. You can see 3 separate strings, one across the very edge of the outskirts of where the door opens, one in the middle of the room at foot level, and then one nearer the back of the room but at chest level.
Because there's actually 3 of them and it's quite a scary room, I'm going to attempt to disarm them. So you said there's one right by the door.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
So, go ahead and make a dexterity check, please, with your thieves' tools.
Why do I not have thieves' tools there to do it? That's weird. So just dex check plus proficiency.
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You try to disarm the first one, but accidentally snap the string, and as soon as it does, the blades on the side just swing. And if you had been stepped 1 foot closer, you would have lost your head.
This is why I tried to disarm them from outside the room.
They slowly wheel backwards a little bit, and then go into place.
Okay, so that should be safe now until the trap is rearmed, which I will obviously not do because that would be silly. Yes, so that particular one is safe. So I'm going to. How about I tie a rope to myself before I go up to the next one, and if I fail, you lot can all yank me out as quick as you can.
Why not just shoot the string?
Or I can use Mage Hand.
I can shoot fire at the strings.
Okay, all of these are fantastic options.
Please don't injure yourself. Silly rogue.
I will try and shoot the first one, just because it was an idea that was good. So I'll try and shoot the first string.
Okay, just go ahead and make an attack roll, please. Goes straight through the string, ting! And at that moment, the ceiling blades just start spinning around, and they keep on going.
They keep on going. They don't stop.
Yeah, they don't stop.
Oh shit!
How far down do they come?
To the point of your shins.
Thanks for alley, boys.
Do you want to see what the left door's got?
Can you still see the other string?
Yes. Strangely enough, the blades are missing the string to the point where it still remains.
Try shoot that boy. See what that does.
Okay, I'll try and shoot that string too.
All right.
Go
and make another attack roll. The AC of it is extremely high because the blades are constantly moving in the way.
I mean, I can't believe the AC of the last one was so low, to be fair. I rolled a 3.
That was a 13 AC, so... Okay, so goes straight for the middle, twing, and all around the room, sigils lights up, twing, 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 twing. Anyone who's magically inclined would notice these as fireball sigils. Can everybody make dexterity saving throws, please?
Oh no.
Guys, it's a room of Verity fun. Get out.
Can I slam the door shut as I make this dexterity save?
No! Unfortunately. You have your hands filled with a bow.
I do.
Oh boy. We've had some good ideas, guys.
How's that advantage? Great.
Oh boy.
It's fine. We went in the room. Would have been worse in there, surely.
We're in a room currently that if we fall backwards, we fall onto a plate that will release poison arrows.
This is also true.
Okay, so.
Oh no, what did Hunk roll?
Hunk,
Dead as fuck.
Hunk rolled a 15, so he actually made the save. The only person who failed the save was Bellatrix. So, Bellatrix, you take 43 points of fire damage. Everybody else takes half that.
I take 0. I love evasion.
That sounds like cheating.
I'm a little singed. I'm okay.
Half of 43, so we're saying 21?
21.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like go, oh, Bella's cool, orange hair's back. Nope, it's on fire. Put her hair out.
I don't suppose by any chance there was the spinning blades from the ceiling stopped after the second string was...
Once the fireball spells went off, the blades were blown off the hooks.
They come
That
flying
makes
at you,
sense.
make another dex. No.
Hunk used his shield to protect himself from most of the damage, but he certainly looks like he's got a bit more of a burning scar across his forehead. He just goes, "Oh, I'm glad I got you guys here with me. I don't think I would have survived that."
I'm glad you survived it.
I pat him. There. You are
Oh.
fine.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
La,
So
la,
we,
la, la.
Shall we go?
Are the sigils still on the wall? They've gone now.
They're gone now.
Cool.
So I'd just like to check the destroyed, fireball, blades everywhere room one last time, just to make sure there's nothing else.
You got a natural 20 with your investigation. There is nothing else.
Oh, okay, fair one. So I step into the room.
It is hot and humid, but you are able to traverse across the now ruined room towards the door at the back.
The downside is they might know that we're coming, guys.
What makes you think that?
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's another door at the end of this room.
Yeah, as you said, there's a door at the back of the room.
Yeah, I'll head towards the door.
Okay.
Counterpoint, Rennas.
So-
They might think we are burned to a crisp.
This is also true.
So you go to the door. It is locked.
I guess I... In fact, I'm going to check the lock for traps and check the door for traps
Go and make an investigation check.
before I pick this lock. This feels like a very Rennas quest.
It is not trapped.
Okie doke. And I attempt to pick the lock.
Okay. So make a dexterity check with your proficiency bonus.
Roll
I
not a
picked up
9.
the broken. How big are the broken bits of the blade?
Think
Oh, I have-
think half a guillotine, basically.
I have
Okay.
guidance, so I'm
They're
going to roll my 1d4 on that as well. Oh, that's just fantastic.
Alright, so you put your thieves tools in there, and you're not getting the lock. Now, you could try to force the lock if you want, but you risk breaking your tools if you do that.
Do you want me to have a go?
I hang my head in shame. I was like, this is the one thing I'm fucking good at. And I step back and have a go.
Okay. You fiddle with it, and you just can't seem to get it. You can try and force the lock if you'd like, Arri.
Yeah, it seems like an Arri thing to do if you can't get a lock open.
Alright, just go make another Thieves' Tools check, please.
Oh.
Ting! You pull the Thieves' Tools out, and they are fine. The lock is undone.
Nice.
Stupid bastard.
That was
Look,
me.
showed you.
Well done, Alan.
Yes, there are bits of burning shrapnel around.
Just like small pits that will fit into my catapult pouch.
Yeah, sure. So you pick one up. You take a point of fire damage as you do.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Worth it when it's lodged into someone's eyeball.
Ew.
So, however, the door ahead is now unlocked. So you open it up, and ahead of you is a 30-foot corridor that leads to another door that's more of a slidey kind of door than anything else.
I thought you were going to say a 30-foot ogre then. That seemed to be the end of that sentence. I was like, what the fuck?
I guess, seeing as I opened the door and pushed it, I'll do an investigation check, but as soon as I've done this, I will be going back to the middle of the group.
Right. Okay.
And that is why.
You can see a door.
Awesome stuff. Well, guys, there's a door there. Have fun.
I step up to the door again. I will take the lead again. Quite sure why, because Harry apparently has a better investigation than me.
You go up to the door.
And I will check it for traps before I check the corridor for traps before I head down it.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
That is why you do it.
The corridor,
when did I start
the corridor nor the door is trapped.
Okie doke, can I head down the corridor?
Yep. So you get up to the slidey door. You can hear muffled sounds on the other side of it.
Ooh, I put my ear to the door and listen intently.
It's a guy jerking off.
Make a perception check. It's difficult to hear.
Can I give it a go?
Yep. So
I step to
Korgrin
the
comes up
side.
beside Rennas. You put your ear to the door. On the other side, you can not make out the whole thing, but the general gist is more. How much more must I give? Okay, more. Find more. Okay.
Do I recognize the voice as a creature that I would know?
No, it's speaking broken common, so.
Chinese whispered the message across as best as I heard it.
Hunk will say, what is it that you hear? What is it? What did he say?
I'll let him know.
You think this is our culprit?
Might be. I mean, more sounds like he needs to gather more. So, probably.
Should we storm in there, or should we do a tactical approach?
I think tactical.
All right.
I mean,
well,
there's only the one door. How tactical can you be?
I'll follow your guys' lead on this. You guys know what you're doing.
Words of wisdom if I've ever heard them. Rennas, try and sneakily open the door.
Yeah.
Stealth check.
Ooh.
Light is out at this point, by the way.
I do stand still for about 3 seconds before I do this. Because then I get advantage on my stealth check.
For what? From what?
From my supreme sneak.
In combat.
Doesn't say in combat. If it is, that's fine. I mean, I only know about it from. We'll look it up.
Because that's a combat.
It does talk about turns and speed of turns, so I suppose it would make sense.
Yeah. I mean, the way I would interpret it, that is in combat. So.
Okay, only a 26 then. which was actually the better roll anyway.
All right, so you turn the doorknob. Oh, so you slide it open even. Barely makes any noise whatsoever. Almost as if she's just opening one of them Star Trek doors, which makes a little shh noise. Inside, you see it's a room that is something of a balcony kind of thing. At the back of the room, you can see kind of like a black river sort of thing. In front of it, you can see a humanoid individual, but with a long, wormy tail and scrawny feet and hands, grey fur over its face, pointed ears, and a large sort of mouth with chompers, almost like a humanoid rat.
Ratto, nice.
He is looking at this black river, and he's saying, I give all every day, and it not enough. Why torment, Ratto? Why? I will get more for the great master.
Is he throwing all the food he steals in the river?
He has no food on him.
It's a logical deduction to make.
I had a little bit of sympathy for the poor guy stealing food, but not to steal it to throw it into a fucking river.
I mean,
but I will just step into the door and just move to the side, allow people to come in, and just.
Do you want to investigate the traps?
I will, after doing that, because I've already said I've done it, I will then see if there's any
So,
other traps.
Korgrin, did you shout that out to Rennas?
No, that was...
Then stop metagaming. He needs to make that decision.
Yeah, fair. No, and I didn't check for traps because I thought this was kind of the end room. It's his room. It's safe. So I have stepped through the room and gone to the side.
Okay, so you move stealthily into the room. This rat individual has not noticed you. What do the rest of you do?
Are we single file right now?
It's 2 by 2 the corridor at the moment. So.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
Can I check the room, like perceive rather than investigate? So see if there's anyone else in the room.
Go ahead and make a perception check, please. So you can see something of a bed or a makeshift den in the side of the room, with a number of bony-like things, like little fishes and rats. Other than that, the most staunching thing really is this black river. Like, stark difference from the rest of the entire area. It's just kind of splodgy and it's not smooth by any. It looks like a little wavy a little bit, but it's just it's odd.
Probably the stupidest sentence I'll ever say. Can I make a stealth check?
Make a stealth check at disadvantage.
Not disadvantage because I have the boots of Elvenkind.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
So you take one step forward. Clang! The rat just turns around and goes, it is Ratto's house. Ratto's dead. You not be here. You go. You leave.
I should say, Ratto, calm down. We just want to talk to you.
Where you come from? I did not see you.
And you won't see me again. So how about you just have a conversation?
Conversation? Okay. What words you bring?
Have you been taking food from above ground?
Yes. Much food. Many food. Lots of food.
What have you been doing with the food?
Giving to Master. Master demands more. Master gets bigger from it.
And who is your master?
Master is that. Master has family. Master will give family back if Ratto give him enough. Yes.
Right, I don't think you understand how rivers work, Ratto.
No. He took family, and I give him more, and he get bigger. And one day he give family back. Yes.
Ratto, how long have you been here on your own?
Own? 6 months, maybe more, maybe less. Ratto lived here with family once, and creature come, and I run away and come back and speak with and give it food, and it get bigger and it seem happy. So Ratto get more food, and Ratto get enough food. Ratto get his family back.
Right, you see, Ratto, what you have is a leak. A leak started and water came down, and as it got worse, it got bigger.
Huh? No. Ratto give it leak. It like leak. It got bigger.
Why do you want the water to get bigger?
Ratto, what is that thing?
His master.
What is master?
Master is master.
Does Master talk to you?
No, Master no speak. But Ratto know what Master wants.
How do you know, Bud? How does he let you know?
He no kill Ratto when Ratto give him food, and that's how I know Master like Ratto.
Is it a gelatinous cube?
It is
Not
not.
in
It
cube
is not.
form.
It is not blue. So no.
I think it's just a river, and he's just a little bit batshit crazy.
Can I try and find out what it is?
Make an intelligence check.
I don't think it's just a river, my dude.
No.
That's a
No.
small.
Like an ooze or something?
I hope it's not black puddings.
Best you could put it to is a sludge of some kind.
Is it moving of its own volition? Like it?
It's slimy.
Difficult to tell. It has waves about it in an area that shouldn't have waves.
Oh, so it's not flowing. Okay, maybe I was wrong then.
Can I
Kind of
have
like
a
it's going
check of it?
sort of like that.
Beautiful.
So, what do you want to do?
Just have a check of the river just to see if I can identify it and like
Okay,
whether it just be.
You go and make an intelligence check.
I think I've got your rolls for tonight, Rich.
It's the same
Good,
deal
good.
for
You
you,
can keep it
Arrabella.
going.
It's odd. It's moving in a pattern that defies the water of the area, but it doesn't seem like water. It just seems like sludge.
Is there any other sludge anywhere apart from in front of Ratto?
Make a perception check.
I've rolled only 4s tonight.
Roll not that.
There you go.
Hey.
You're quite confident that the walls are as they are.
Yep.
What do I want to do, Gizmo?
So I have an old vial of that what was warm blood. Can I throw that vial of what was warm blood into the sludge to see how it reacts?
It slightly evaporates and then just disappears beneath the sludge.
That's not disturbing.
You
Let's
feed
remove
Master.
that.
Is that enough, Master? Will you give family back now? No? You want more? More of a Master?
I'm just going to turn to the guard and ask if he's seen anything like this black sludge thing.
This is
Sparta.
something that should not leave here. I think this is what's known as a black pudding.
Ow. Ugh.
I always avoid that. I'm not a fan.
It's a lot bigger than
It's too big.
we should We should destroy it, guys.
Do you have any
at that
tips on how
point-
to destroy it? I mean, I'm a simple elf. I just shoot some arrows, and I'm not thinking arrows are going to do much to it.
No, destroy. Master has family. If you destroy Master, Ratto no get family back. Please no.
Ratto,
I
if we
think
kill
Master ate
Master,
family
then your
like
family
food.
comes back at the end.
No. Master kill family. Master give family back if Ratto
We'd
feed
be
him enough.
rescuing family from Master.
No. What word that they be? Ratto knows. Ratto do this long time.
How long, Ratto? How long have you been doing this?
6
Few
months, he
weeks.
said he'd been.
now.
Oh, okay.
Few weeks. Come back and find family. Find Master. Give it food.
Okay, Ratto. Well, we just want to give it a different kind of food. You trust us?
Spicy food.
Make a persuasion roll.
Fuck me.
I don't know. You know her, Ratto. You better than other people. This is Ratto's family. Please don't kill Master.
You just have to trust us. Once we get rid of Master, then all of your problems will go away. One way
You
or
can make
another,
a-
Ratto.
Rennas, you can make a persuasion roll.
Okay, what do you want to do?
We're just going to ask you just to step outside the room for a bit, Ratto. Just wait outside. This is going to get a bit messy, and we don't want you panicking.
Okay, Ratto, step outside. Be quick, please. Master get angry when Ratto not give it food.
Master will never get angry again.
And with that, Ratto leaves the room.
Past us or a different way?
Past you.
Can I say, that's the first time I've actually got to roll a persuasion check, and I'm so happy.
Can I check if
I
Ratto
got
is
a
a,
plus 11 in persuasion. I never
a
use it.
cursed creature?
Pardon?
Can I check if Ratto is a cursed creature, like a were-rat or something like that?
You having seen him quite up close, you can tell that he is a were-rat.
Okay.
Don't let him bite you.
I don't know.
Like, if I'm going
I
to get
want
bit
to
by
lift,
something,
guys.
I totally
Well,
want to be a werewolf or a vampire, not a rat.
I was a werebear once, it was cool.
Nice.
Except when it
Am
wasn't.
I a man? Or am I a rat?
You are now alone in a room with a gigantic.
I'm a rat.
Okay.
There is not a rat.
I mean, my suggestion is going to be a Verity Fireball. Just because I don't think my arrows are going to do anything to it.
So you do not have surprise on it. So if you want to start initiative, we can. But if you want to try some other creative, we can do that outside of combat.
I mean, I can try talking to it first, but I don't know if it couldn't possibly answer, but I suppose there's only one way to find out. Oh, great giant black sludge of death. Will you respond
what
to
if I
me?
cast fly on it?
Make a persuasion roll.
That'd be bad for us. That'd be real bad for us, don't do it.
In the middle of the sludge, you just say,
It farted.
Okay, we're going to go for 1 bubble for yes and 2 bubbles for no, okay?
no response.
Well,
No
fuck you
bubbles
two.
for yes.
No bubbles for please kill me instantly where I sit.
Here we go.
Sold.
Well, you twisted my arm.
Korgrin, you ever heard of these black pudding things? Are they weak to anything?
Have I?
Make an intelligence check.
Can I have a thing?
Again,
Oh,
another 8?
No, you're not aware of the properties of a black pudding.
Oh, heard of them. Not quite what they're good or bad at, though. I know they just eat.
Bellatrix, you can do one as well as you want. That'll be the final one, though.
I'll have a thing. Oh, does anyone want to who's smarter than me? Because I'm not.
Guidance.
I am not a smart elf.
I can have a go. I think I've got a +7.
Verity,
To
do you want to go
no,
in all of your
Intelligence has got
studying
+3.
My only thought is to come poke it with a stick.
/
I only have my rapier, and then I'll lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
I have
+3, not
nothing for
+7.
intelligence.
Okay. Well, I have a -2, so it's got to be better than me. We'll do Arri. Have a look. You're a ranger. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't know, Arri.
Well, this is going well.
Is it wobbling?
It's
Is-
going.
Does it look like jelly?
It looks like sludge.
It's not jelly.
Ugh.
Verity, you have mage hand, correct?
Slap
I
it.
do have mage hand.
And I have
did it.
12
Have a
empty
high
potion
five.
bottles. Would you like to try and fill up an empty potion bottle with this black sludge and see what happens?
Oh, no.
Not really, but okay.
Oh, not really.
Feel free to give me a better idea.
I'd rather not go back.
Not gather part of the master, maybe?
I'm just seeing if we can.
I mean, I'd rather cook him, but or make him fly. I'm up to either.
Well, let's do
No.
neither.
I know.
I think if you cast him fly, you don't get to control where he flies in. You can't make him
I
fly
know,
and then
it'd be
make him fly out the window.
interesting to see what his impulse would be. Like,
Oh.
I'm curious, guys. I'm
It's
curious.
just a scientific experiment. If a sludge had the ability to fly, what would they
Maybe
do
a
with it?
small one, not a gigantic one.
Devour the city.
Hey,
From the skies.
if I find a sludge. Wait! I think I could turn Toby into a gelatinous cube. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
I don't think you can.
I
I
doubtful.
really worry
That's
about
just
the
me talking
end
to
of that
myself.
sentence, though. Why?
The maniacal chuckle.
Mm,
All gone quiet.
well, because gelatinous cubes have got an actual challenge rating about them.
And also, that's generally how hentai starts.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's kill this globule.
Yeah, should we go into initiative?
I think we're going to have to.
Okay.
I don't think you can flush a turd this big.
You ain't got a plunger, boy.
Oh, what's
So,
that?
as you go in to move to attack it, the thing seems to sense the danger and immediately reacts and begins spludging out in an aggressive way.
Well, I tried to talk to you, you ungrateful bastard.
What the fuck?
Nice.
Now, black puddings have got a -3 to their dexterity, so you guys might be going before it.
Nice.
So that's a 5.
Big dick.
Oh, what? Look at that wallaby going for a 5. Oh,
20.
21 and a 20.
very good. All right, so
Oh, me and Verity have to roll again.
have you both got the same dexterity?
Yeah.
Then yeah, roll another d20, please.
Oink. Not me. Unless you roll less than that. Jojo!
Verity.
Is here.
Verity, Verity, ooh, very, 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 Verity.
Verity, are you there?
Keep barfing up unicorns.
Oh, I love it when they do the unicorn 6 trick. Alright, well, since she's not there, let's just say that Bellatrix goes first.
D20.
Oh. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Verity might be able to do something better than me.
Well, Otti's up first, so.
Oh, Oti's up first. That's fine.
Dick.
We've got time.
Thanks.
You got this.
I'm.
Dick cord.
Dick sword, thank you.
Hey, she rolled
The fuck?
Bellatrix, my rule stands.
Oh.
No, Otti, what are you doing?
I'm going to throw a firebolt at it because I don't want to get
Alright.
anywhere near it.
Make an attack roll. Oh, that was certainly hit it. It's big and does not move very quickly. Fine. So, bit of it just goes, and some of it just splodges off.
That should only be
reacts
3. For some reason, it's done 3d10 rather than 2, so I'm just changing that.
Is it because of your level?
I was going to say,
I
it
had
might
to,
be
I had
because
to
we've all
screw up.
leveled
I had to screw up with the level because for some reason the barbarian stuff didn't go on there. So I think it's just screwed up there.
So it thinks it's a level 9 fighter rather than a level whatever fighter and level
No,
something
it
barbarian.
doesn't matter because it should be your overall level. I thought for casting cantrips.
It's level 11. I get 3d10.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyways,
We're only level
okay,
10.
so it reacts rather violently towards the fire. Bellatrix, it's your turn.
Kill it.
I'm gonna try and hit
Oh,
it
sorry,
with a-
I didn't finish what I was doing. I'm gonna
sorry.
hold the door shut so that the ratto can't get back in.
The door was shut, so...
I'm gonna hold it to make sure that ratto doesn't come back in.
Okay, no problem. Alright, so, Bellatrix.
11.
I'm gonna. I think for now I'm just gonna cast Produce Flame.
Alrighty then. Make a ranged spell attack, please.
Okay, which will be just +5, I think. Yes.
Oh, I forgot to roll for Hunk.
Honk,
Oh,
honk.
oh,
Hunk.
oh.
Oh, that definitely does not hit.
I don't know.
10 hits.
Ah!
It is big and slow.
Thick.
Thick.
Extra thick.
Produce Flame. Is it 2d8 now? Yep. 4, 2d8.
14 points of fire damage. It reacts rather violently towards the fire. It did not enjoy that at all.
Wonderful.
Alright. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Bellatrix?
I am stepping away from it. Am I? Like, how close am I to it?
So you've got about 25 feet of movement backwards and forwards and about 30 feet to the sides.
Okay, I'm stepping away from it.
Okay, so you're back up towards the wall then.
Yeah.
Alright, Verity, it's your turn.
Do it.
What's the range on Fireball?
Big.
As in,
I'm just reminded of the meme of I didn't ask how big the room was, I said I cast Fireball.
Yeah. Is it 20 feet?
20-foot radius.
Then yeah, you'll be able to hit it without anybody else being hit.
Yay.
So, hitting it straight in the middle. -3 to that. That's a 4 to save. That is a fail and a half.
Impressive, young Padawan.
No,
Spicy meatball.
The creature itself just goes and kind of just reduces in size because of it. But it is still big. Alright, is there anything else you'd like to do, Verity? Okay, so Verity begins to dance. She does the can.
Why are you yelling it?
She does the can enthusiastically.
She's dancing to Black Pudding. Black
Rennas,
Pudding's
it's
on
your
fire. Is there any other fire in the room at all?
No.
Okay, then I withdraw my bow and I shoot him with a spike.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Because I can't do fucking anything else.
That's going to be a hit. You do
So
not
that's
get
my
sneak attack on it, however.
That's my spike damage, which is probably going to roll higher than a 3 on that d8. Yes, I rolled 6, so I actually get a whole 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage again. So, boom, boom, as soon as the spike hits it, it immediately dissolves and disintegrates.
And I just want to step back into some little corner somewhere and attempt to hide.
Go and make a stealth roll. You successfully hide from it. Alright. Arrabella, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm just going to assume that Arabella's seen everything that's gone on. Realised that the bow seemed to have no effect, but the magic attacks seem to. And she's going to go 10 feet away from it and shoot poison spray.
Okay. Make an attack. Range spell attack, please.
Please be a roll.
That'll be a hit. Roll damage.
That is damage, so it needs to make a Constitution save. I believe.
It has a +3 to this. So 11 to save.
Doesn't save. DC 15.
Okay. Alright, so takes 21 points of poison damage. So you introduce poison into its mist.
Oh,
it
please
sort of
don't
mixes
say
in with it.
No, solve it.
And it is a disgusting sight. However, it continues to advance upon you. Hunk is gonna charge forward with his spear and make an attack roll. And as soon as it blunks in there, the spear itself disintegrates. And he just goes, "Oh shit!" And he starts backing away. The Black Pudding is going to make an opportunity attack against him. That is going to be a hit. 1d6.
Bye, Hunk.
It was nice knowing you, Hunk.
So that is 4 points of bludgeoning damage plus 13 points of acid damage. So Hunk is hit by this. He backs away. Part of his armor is melting off from this, and he looks hurt from it, but he's still alive. Korgrin, it's your turn.
Don't do that again, you stupid gobshite. Guiding bolt.
Okay. Range spell attack, please.
We'll go with 4th level.
That'll be a hit.
I think that's an extra 3d6.
Yeah, it should be, yeah.
1d6 for each spell level above first. So roll 7d6.
30 points of radiant damage. Not bad. So, once it hits it in the middle, the entire body goes. It is definitely a lot less than what it was, but it's still coming at you.
And I'll go into a corner, probably, like, I don't know where Bella is, but I'll go the opposite corner as Bella.
Okay. It is its turn. It fludges over onto the where you guys are standing, starts coming towards you. Let's have a look. Alright, so it chucks a pseudopod at both Otti and Arri.
Ooh.
Has 10 feet of range, considering its size. So natural 1 on Otti. And that is a 21 to hit you, Arrabella.
It hits.
Okay, so that is 1d6 plus 3 bludgeoning damage. So that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage, plus 15 points of acid damage. And once the spludge hits your armor, it begins melting away the armor itself. Your armor is partly dissolved and has taken a permanent -1 to its AC.
Okay, I half damage anyway. Because
Okay.
absorb elements. So 5 and 7, 12. Let's get rid of a point of my armor.
That's right. Okay, Otti, it's your turn. The creature is now within 10 feet of you.
Okay. Nothing's come through the door, so I'm going to move away from the door and try and get away from it, if possible.
No, you're basically backed up against the wall at this point. Really, all you can do is just move side to side.
Okay, I'm going to firebolt it again.
With
Okay,
advantage.
you can range spell attack. With advantage, yeah.
Okay.
Crit it. Crit it real good.
Yeah, that's not going to happen tonight.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
That is 2, I did check it.
Oh, I know, it's 9 points of fire damage. How do you want to kill it?
Yes!
If it can set on fire, just set it on fire.
Okay. So once the firebolt reaches almost the center of the black pudding as it's trying to keep itself formulated, the fire is glomped by this thing, and then the entire thing just onto fire. It starts going until eventually it just explodes and just hits the ground. The sizzling effect almost evaporates immediately, and the black pudding the remains of it just evaporates to nothing.
Don't suppose by any random fluke, a dead rat, all of that family just fell out of there alive and well with it.
No.
You have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful.
I mean, I kind of figured I was probably lying to him, but I can hope.
At that point, the door bursts open, and Ratto comes back in, and he looks at it and he goes,
Hey, Master, you killed me. No, Master. Oh, Ratto will never see his family again.
Ratto, that was not your master. It was an evil being that killed your family.
I know, but I thought if I could give him enough food, he'd give it back. He'd give my family back.
No, they were
to me.
dead. They were gone. He couldn't give them back, even if he wanted to, which he wouldn't do because he's an evil creature.
I know, but I had no choice but to hope.
and you can see tears welling up in this rat's eyes, and it just looks defeated, if anything. But he doesn't seem as desperate as you previously did. Now that you've seen the destruction of his master, it's almost as if a cloud has been lifted off of his mind. As he sort of leans back a little bit and just goes,
Maybe Ratto loses mind a little there.
Losing your family can do such a thing, but you can still make a new life for yourself. It's the world has not ended. You can go off. You can form a band to hunt down these black puddings and make sure no one ever has to go through what you went through.
Well, Ratto has his plan. I no longer have to feed Master, so I can rejoin clan.
And you'll stop stealing food from upstairs?
I have no need more to steal.
There are others of you? Other like you?
Yes, colony of Rattos.
Under the city?
Yes.
How many would you say?
Rats are not good on numbers, but this many.
3.
And then add more.
Lots of these to it?
Oh.
How many hands would you say? Like, how many fingers?
He comes up to you, Korgrin. He grabs your hands and puts all your hands up, and he's got a very very rough exterior with his hands. Puts them up like that. He comes over to you, Rennas, drags you over next to Korgrin, puts your hands up like that. And then he looks at his own hands and realizes that he hasn't got enough digits on it. And then he goes over to you, Arrabella, takes your hands and puts it up next to their hands. And he goes,
That many.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. We keep ourselves. We fine. We no bother surface and surface no bother quality.
Ratto, do you know these tunnels very well?
Enough.
Do you happen to know if there's tunnels in and out of the city?
A god is with us, my dude. But carry on.
I'm just merely trying to shut down these illegal entrances in case the tippers come back.
Oh.
Most places frozen, so Ratto no find.
Okay.
But I thank you. You whilst it pains Ratto's heart, Ratto's head knows that you helped today. And Ratto is in your debt. And I will let my clan know you are friends. And that my debt to you is clan's debt to you. If I or clan can help in future, you have that many rare rats to help.
That sounds good. Is there a way of contacting you, Ratto?
Leave food. No, Ratto, come smell. No, come here and leave and you walk around in sewers and Ratto smell you. Yeah.
Okay.
Ratto, on that topic, has anyone else been in the sewers lately?
A few people come and go, but no bother Ratto.
I'll give a brief description of the bloke that Jonas mentioned and ask him if he's one of them.
Ratto. Ratto no see someone like that, but Ratto see man who wear clothes like that.
Oh. And where was... Did you know where he came from or where he went?
No. Ratto see it in tunnel many mile north of here.
Okay. Do we know what district that is? Is that Raziel Commerce?
From
Or is that
your understanding of where you are in the city at the moment, it could be anywhere between Dumar's Ring, the Skybridge, maybe even the Elven Slums.
Oh, that would not be good if it came from the Elven Slums. Okay. Well, thank you, Ratto, and if you ever want to not be a rat again, let me know.
Ratto happy being a rat.
Okay.
Ratto born rat. Ratto die rat.
Fair enough.
But Ratto clan will help you in future. You need help, Ratto will and clan pay that.
Oh, thank you, Ratto and Ratto clan. And no more stealing food, that's bad.
Okay. Well, bye-bye.
Bye, Ratto.
And with that, he scampers out of the door from where you guys came from. Hunk is there. He's looking and says, "That was... Personally, I would have killed him, but you guys knew what you were doing."
I mean, he's a sentient creature. It feels bad to kill something that lives, breathes, thinks like the rest of us feels.
You're right.
Seems like he was under the control of that monster thing.
You're right. I think I've learned a lot today. And just by spending a small amount of time with you, I feel as if my confidence has grown a bit.
Well, that's good. And if I can, I'd like to maybe pick some of those little battle wounds you've earned yourself, so they don't scar too horribly.
Oh, yes, I'd be more than willing to accept your blessings.
The one day I don't take cure wounds. I'll use a 3rd level healing word. I mean, Verity's more than welcome to as well.
I also have a few potions knocking about.
I mean, I'm a little hurt, but what's a wound on a warrior? Hmm?
But you're so handsome, it seems a shame to sully that.
Oh, well, the trick is to floss every morning.
Right, just handsome then. Okay. Oh my god!
That's amazing.
I will.
So you do that, and he just goes, "Well,
I will
thank you."
I am channeling the divine plate. I am re-rolling those 3s.
Okay. Go ahead and cast Cure Wounds, please, Verity, as well.
It was 1, sorry, not better.
Okay, so
slightly.
Whereas the magic would have failed a little bit, you resort to channeling the power of your divine plate to increase your healing. His wounds do get better because of it. Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Roll your Cure Wounds healing then, Verity. You can't just say it and then not roll it. Oh shit, I didn't add my wisdom modifier. He gets an extra 3.
He's looking a lot better than what he did. So, he looks at you all. A new breath of confidence lines his face, and he says, "Well, a deal's a deal, please." And he reaches inside his pocket and pulls out a small bag, jingling with coins. Please, it's my entire month's wages. Please take it.
Do we want to take this?
No, not even slightly.
We really don't need it.
No.
I'm sure you and your family can make much better use of this.
I'm a single man. I have no family.
Well, with 75 gold, go find a nice little bar, and that doesn't have to stay the case for long, does it?
Well, I'd rather spend this money on improving the lives of my charges. But I digress. I thank you. I really feel like I should do something to make it up to you.
Well, you certainly can. If you'd like to keep an eye for the individual that we described to old Rattle there,
I can certainly keep my eye out for such an individual.
Maybe ask some of your colleagues. I mean, from what we've heard, is that well, he seems to, or at least the individual that we're looking for, this necromancer, he seems to peruse, shall we say, areas of conflict within the city. And I can understand that right now, Raziel Commerce has seen quite a bit after the riots. So he may be a bit more of a regular visitor, shall we say, to that particular area. If he hasn't already, which I'm sure he has. But going forward, if you keep an eye, and we're staying at the inn we're staying at? That's
Raven's Breast.
Very good. I will do that. I appreciate that. And what I will do with my newfound confidence is that I'm going to work as hard as you are to make the city a better place. What I need to do is I need to convince more Jurassians to take their duties to the people more seriously, like myself. Maybe if we all did that little bit extra instead of just looking out for ourselves, then maybe this city won't be such a terrible place all the time.
Maybe.
But I thank you. I've never felt this assured of myself before. So, and it's all thanks to you. So, peace be with you. I really thank you again. Thank you. And with that, he gives a low bow. His long wavy hair going in the breeze. A man blessed with supreme looks. He then goes to leave and leaves you alone in the.
We could ask him
room with the-
if the guards have any spare leather armor, seeing as ours is now ruined.
Well, I was going to ask him to take me to the armourer in Raziel's commerce. And also, I think I got the name of the tavern completely wrong because I've just been informed that that is the name of a tavern that I play on Saturday.
I was thinking, I wanted to say it was like the Winter's Crest, so it doesn't sound too bad. I know
dig
it's
it out.
Winter something.
I'll dig it out of my notes later.
Winter does sound about right, actually. Yeah.
Very similar to Raven's Breast.
Yeah, fair.
Exactly, that's why I kind of went, sounds about right.
But with that, with Hunk Menace making his way back to the surface, and you guys,
Is he not taking me to the armour?
he can lead you there, but it's pretty. There are plenty of armorers in Raziel Commerce, whether or not they're open.
Do
subject
we
to debate.
also want to check the other door in the original room?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a shame not to check everything out while we're down here.
So you go to check that other door as you're on your way out. It opens inwards about an inch and then hits against a solid wall. It seems to be a fake door.
Boozled.
Well, that wasn't nearly as much fun to explore as I thought.
Hence why the spell earlier wouldn't work.
Fair.
But we will call it an evening there, guys.